aim is straight. I lay in the sand line in the Palisades. I'm Alec Baldwin with the angry face. I'm Christian Bale with the black on black. Never trust these thoughts, I'd rather save the day. But if your man is a problem, then we can change the pace. Mom's is worried, I need to change my ways. I maybe got the crib, I need the redwoods. Rake the leaves up from the money trees. Plant the seeds right behind the scenes. I painted the dream how I live it. Was smart and beware they venom. I swear that I'm sick, I've got issues. Stick with the bars, I've been privileged. Bent off a 6 of elixir. Bankroll need them commas and digits. My mannered, I'm honest intended. Lay low, not too much for attention. But been had it poppin', I mentioned. This business life, I'm offended. It's cool, yeah, I get it though. That's about how they feel, that's my move. My lap in the trailer since looking vibrant. The pilot they know, fly shot it. Not much to say about the product goddess. Go ahead and let them decide about me. State of mind that I've acquired. No question, my method can't check on me. That's just the hatred to fuel the fire. Got chillin', no kind. That's just the way we define it. Chase after mine, yeah. Give me my space, watch me in line. Pardon the tone, yeah. That's just the way. Try not to drown, get with the song, yeah. Kept on the way, try not to drown, yeah. Yeah. My truth is gliss, is gold, it's lit, this life is sweet, my mood is sour. For what you think you could get a rose, a sniff. I'm woke, it's lit, they really fake, so switch the switch, excuse all the temperament. You could catch me with a riding venom, it's not a phantom, she ride it tandem. And I'm the shit, I'm sore, but the flow though tandem. No matter with the kid, yeah, I'm on to something. Got no kind of chill, lately I don't even feel. I mean for real, they know I got skill. I do not have time to kill. The more money I reel in, the more that they feel me is why, but the way that they build this. The reason I fear, spilling my feels, but so what I'm making that's real. And keeping it real, it's all for the moment I check off the list of these thrills. I'm trying to see Europe, drop hip with the kid. It's lit if you riding the wheels, pivot, looking at a premise. That's just how I'm living, put my life on the sentence. Murdering the beat, giving me your life sentence. Only Lord knows what I'm thinking for the minute, so I'm asking for repentance. Just to cop me a pendant. My lap in the trailer since looking vibrant. The pilot they know, fly shot it. Not much to say about the product goddess. Go ahead and let them decide about me. State of mind that I've acquired. No question, my method can't check on me. That's just the hatred to fuel the fire. Got chillin', no kind. That's just the way we define it. Chase after mine, yeah. Give me my space, watch me in line. Pardon the tone, yeah. That's just the way. Try not to drown, get with the song, yeah. Kept on the way, try not to drown, yeah.
I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah. Face up and drip it down to go wherever, yeah. Say the word and we take trips on with whatever, yeah. Don't bring me down, she build me up, not talking teddy bears. She not Bonnie, I'm not Clyde, but if it need, we're down the ride. His and hers the wave, we got the same taste. Blue, 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 we like the same faces. Grinding day and night, I need a vacation. Bring my little baby, it's a vacation. I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah. It's not tricking if she's yours, so no, I'm spending, yeah. If I got it, then she got it, tell her spend it, yeah. What I own and know she owns enough and rent it, yeah. If I'm dipping, tell her slide, it's no question she gon' ride. Tell her count it up, make sure it's all there. We were down and out, it's gon' be all, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands and tell her spend it, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands on my little baby, yeah.
Hey, so Indy, yeah. Hey, so Indy. Yeah.
Go and try your luck, test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up, got that black and white, that yin yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up, then that ass be poking out. Them jeans up and sparking up, like the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you barking up, it's the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up, they can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up, trying to put the face to the name. Pull up and I and I'm swerving. If a nigga try to holler, she gon' curve him. We came from under rugs like a Persian. We been staying in our lane, ain't no merging. Wrap a nigga like a motherfucking turban. Yeah, these niggas all square like Irvin. Yeah, we grew up in the hood, no Suburbans. If I say I need my money, then it's urgent. Yeah, they want me to quit. Yeah, they want me to shift. But as long as I'm alive, we gon' keep on making hits. While they steady shooting bricks, man, it's lit. Yeah, it's lit. Me and Bill back to back, and yeah, I'm dishing the assist. Yeah, they talk a lot of shit, but we really with the shits. Lame ass niggas always gonna be reaching for they hip. Smoke a nigga like a clip. They can never catch me slipping. Every time your girl around, she be watch the way I'm dripping. Try your luck, test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up, then that ass be poking out. Them jeans up and sparking up, like the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you barking up, it's the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up, they can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up, trying to put the face to the name. I'm in flex mode with the best, though. That's a major key, that's a chess move. I'm your favorite G, I think it's best, yo. Stop with all the grilling, I'm on jet fuel. Taking off, clear the runway, now they cannot clip my wings. Yeah, they soft, they ain't homie, they ain't even on the scene. Play it smart, they don't know me, they just know what they see. What it costs to get free, but this style it ain't free. It's that swag, it's that splash. One wrong move, that's your ass. Do the dash, keep a stash, just in case they tryna flash. Never lag, we don't slack, tell her eyes running back. I don't brag, I'm relaxed, I'm not into all of that, yeah. It's really just the fam and my dogs. I just gotta make a call. I ain't into all that chatting, not at all. Yeah, I put that on the squad. We been out here going hard. We on deck, please don't make them. Try your luck, test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up, then that ass be poking out. Them jeans up and sparking up, like the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you barking up, it's the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up, they can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up, trying to put the face to the name.
How you gon' lie when you look me in my eyes and you show me a facade? Show me a facade. How you gon' lie when you look me in my eyes and you show me a facade? Show me a facade. You a lie. You a front. You say anything long as you get what you want. Tryna play me like a fool, homie. I am not a clown. It ain't nothing but a game, cause all you do is mess around.
What's up with it?
Now I'm on the verge of a meltdown.
Let me turn this down a little bit.
I should have known.
I'm doing some testing right now.
At Dogwood when I was going through a rough patch, but it's all good. I even told about the dark times.
Yeah, you're right. That is weak. Okay, let me do this right here. Okay, we're doing some testing, right? Because I need to be able to share the screen on occasion and then switch over to where I don't use a lot of my data so that I can conserve and be able to last all month, because I've been burning it up lately. So this is what I came up with. Hold on. There's two of me. So what I'm going to try to do is what's up, LaFonso? How you doing? What I'm going to try to do is, like, for example, I'm gonna matter of fact, I gotta pull it up. I'm gonna share the screen on the story that this is weird. I'm gonna share the screen on the story we're gonna talk about tonight. But then what I'm gonna try to do is switch from the computer, which is on mobile hotspot, to the iPad, which is self-contained internet. So if I'm able to do that, then I won't be using all mobile hotspot the whole show. Then I could do that to conserve, because I don't necessarily need to share the screen the entire show, just the portion of the show, right? Where I'm sharing the screen. Now, the other thing that's goofy right now is the fact that right before the show, I just realized that my headphones were dead. So I'm plugged in and I have this ridiculously short cord. So that's the other thing. So today's gonna be a little bit weird. So that's what we're gonna try. So here, the music is streaming, which is good. Let me know if y'all can hear the music. Oh, you did, because you said the music was whack. So so you can hear it. So we're gonna get to the story, and then we're gonna see if we can switch to the iPad. And we're gonna see what happens. So it's the Hood Trucker show. I'm the Hood Trucker, and we're doing some testing. So things might be a little goofy for a minute, because we are testing. And let me turn this down some. Okay, let me turn it down. Now, it's weird because, again, I'm trying something brand new. I got a whole new setup. The background looked different, in case you didn't notice. I got a little bit more room now. Hey, Trucker, you and your background look good today. Thank you. I'm trying some new stuff. I'm trying a new format on how I kind of came up with an idea on how I could conserve a little personal hotspot data throughout the month, so that I could be able to share screen like throughout the month if a story came up. Because I did the last live we did. David Dundee, welcome. The last live we did, I burned up 30 gigs of it was 5 hours. I burnt up 30 gigs of data on one Joe. This is a new format, sucks. Okay. It's brand new. I mean, we're gonna see if it works. I don't know. I don't know what we all gonna see how everything goes down sooner or later. Happy holidays, everyone. Marilyn, David, Joe, happy holidays. Appreciate you stopping by. Marilyn, did you see this? We got two of me today. It's two. So we're gonna try to see what happens. Let's see. No, it doesn't. I like it. See, you look so clear. Yeah, I cleaned the lens. So we gonna get into this lady, who Kim Porter is her name. Yeah, Kim Porter is her name. As soon as it's shown, Kim Potter, not Porter, it's Potter. And we go look at the verdict. We're gonna look at the verdict. Okay, let me see. Okay, give me 1 second while I turn this off. Okay, so where are we at here? Okay, fine, nothing. There we go. Okay, let's share. Let's share the screen over here. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can't watch the verdict.
You're looking live inside the courtroom right now. As everybody is standing, the judge is in the courtroom. We believe they are bringing the jury in at this time. You see Kim Potter there. The jury had told the judge that they had reached an outcome 2 days ago on Tuesday. They had said they couldn't reach an outcome, and the judge said, continue to try, please. They went back, and after 27 hours of deliberation, we are now about to hear from the jury, made up of 6 white male jurors, 3 white female jurors, 1 black male juror, and 2 Asian female jurors. Let's listen to the judge.
Members of the jury, have you arrived at a verdict? Okay. Will the deputy please retrieve the verdict forms and provide it to me for review?
I screwed it up some kind of way. Hold on. I got to say something real quick. Hold on. I screwed it up, though. Does anybody notice how the lady speaks, the judge? There it goes. The lady has the most calmest, like, she has the calmest voice. She has the calmest voice. She's like, okay, I sentenced you to 794 years. Good luck. She has one of the calmest voices I've ever seen out of a judge, period.
Would Miss Potter please rise? I'm now going to read your verdicts as it will appear in the permanent court records of Hennepin County. In the matter of State of Minnesota versus Kimberly Potter, court file number 27 CR 217490, we, the jury, on the charge of manslaughter in the first degree while committing a misdemeanor on or about April 11, 2021, in Hennepin County, State of Minnesota, find the defendant guilty. And
find the defendant guilty. Guilty.
The verdict was agreed to at the hour of 11:40 a.m. and signed by the jury person on 12/23/21. The verdict on count 2 is we, the jury, on the charge of manslaughter in the second degree, culpable negligence on or about April 11, 2021, in Hennepin County, State of Minnesota, find the defendant guilty.
You know what she sound like? She sound like she on lean or something. We find the defendant guilty.
And that verdict was agreed to at 10:30 a.m. on 12/21/21. Members of the jury, is this your true and correct verdict? So say you one, and so say you all.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you may be seated. All right.
Okay, you may be seated. This is the calmest judge I've ever seen in my life. Listen, why hasn't Saturday Night Live said anything about her? Has anybody seen if they did a skit on her yet? If they haven't done it yet, they need to, because that is hilarious. Like, her voice is hilarious. Let's see. The defense made it sound like it wasn't her fault. Yeah.
I am now going to poll the jury. Juror number 2, is this your true and correct verdict?
It is.
Juror number 6, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror number 7, is this your true and correct verdict?
Can you imagine her having sex?
Juror number 13, is this your true and correct verdict?
Oh my God.
Oh, it's juror, juror 11. And juror 17, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 19, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 21, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 22, is this your true and correct
Damn,
verdict?
how many jurors did they have?
Juror number 26, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 40, is your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 48, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
And juror number 55, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes, it is.
She doesn't really even she's not really even showing any emotion, really. She showed more emotion the day that it happened, more than she's showing right now. She might anyone with a gun experience, like most cops know the difference between a gun and a taser. They're also not in close proximity to each other on the gun belt. Absolutely. It's supposed to be one-on-one and one on the other side. But I saw this dude that is a professor at a black college that said it's common. He said it's like, what did he say? Oh, this dude equated, and we talked about this, but this dude, which was astonishing to me. Yeah, the judge sounds so relaxed. This was astonishing to me that this dude could make the analogy of her mistaking the gun for the taser is like mistaking the year when you write a check. Like, for example, New Year's, a little over a week away, and if you go write a check and put 2021, and it's 2022. He said that's the same type of mistake. Come on, man. I don't know where they got that dude from. But what made it so bad, he was from a black college somewhere. I think he was from Florida Atlantic, I think. Florida Atlantic. Talking about the mistake, to mistake a gun for a taser is the same thing as mistakenly put the wrong year on a check. I couldn't believe it. That dude, he actually said that. I couldn't believe it, though. Unbelievable.
Members of the jury, when you first came into the courtroom, I told you that jurors are the heroes of our judicial system. Well, the 12 of you are our heroes in this case. You might remember that there was a question on the questionnaire that asked whether you wanted to be on this jury.
Let me pause real quick. Welcome, LaFonso, David, Ronald, David. Okay, I got you already. And Joe, got you already. All right, just make sure we got everybody in the building.
You were to check yes, no, or maybe. A number of you checked no or not sure, and a few of you checked all three. But when I asked each of you if you would be willing to serve if the party selected you as a juror, you all said yes. You said yes, even though we are in a pandemic with Omicron spreading in our community. You said yes, even though you had concerns about serving, given the nature of the case. You said yes, even though you knew you would be sequestered during deliberations and away from your loved ones. And you said yes, even though there was a chance that this case could have lasted past Christmas. You were willing to sacrifice much because you believed in our justice system. And then you went into...
Is she on Xanax or something? She needs to be drug tested. She sounds like she's on some type of opioid or something. She is really, really calm. Just sounds like she's on some downer medication. Right.
to deliberations, and each of you brought with you your common sense, individual perceptions, and life experiences, and you came to an agreement on the verdicts. You did your duty. I'm so proud of you. You should be proud of yourselves.
She sounds like one of those, you know what she reminds me of? Have you ever seen that dude from My 600-Pound Life? That dude, she reminds me of him. He's really calm. He'll roast you in a really, really calm voice. Oh, my goodness.
Without civic-minded citizens like you, our system of justice could not function. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifices.
Is it just me, or does it look like she does not want to hear this shit at all? Look at the look at the expression of her face. She was like, "Can we just get the hell?" I'm ready to go home already. Shit.
I wish you all a wonderful holiday season, and may the peace and beauty of the season be yours throughout the year. At this time, I'd like you to go into your waiting courtroom, and I'll be in just a moment. I'd like to thank you personally and to answer any questions that you have. Okay?
That judge is fucking hilarious. Okay. But you know what? In the same way that she was negligent, like I said, I don't listen. Like LaFondo says, in my opinion, she knew that she pulled the gun or pulled her she pulled the she knew she did not pull her taser. Let's see, manslaughter does not carry that much time. It's a maximum of 15. She'll probably but you're right. She'll probably get between 8 and 10, probably. She'll probably get something like that. I mean, look what they gave the girl in Dallas. They gave her 10 and a bunch of hugs and shit. So yeah, she probably get about 8 or 10 probably, because they were saying that she got convicted on 2 counts, but one of the counts will like fall into the other one, because I think it's a lesser included charge. So she's only going to get sentenced on 1, and it's I'd say between 7 and 10 years if you'd ask me, because they're going to say, because one of the commentators that were talking about sentencing and stuff, they were saying that she's a police officer. She said, first of all, she was surprised that they even convicted her, because they hardly ever go to try get arrested, let alone go to trial and get convicted. Because if you remember, the dude that used to be the police chief there said it was nothing wrong, and he resigned the next day. Because look, all these police, they've been on the force. They be on the force post retirement years. So if they get into trouble, they can immediately retire, because they don't even need to be there. But see, a lot of times they've done undercover stuff on these police, and a lot of times they be milking the overtime law or overtime system, to where some of these police making $150,000 a year on overtime, and they beat the house. So if you work a job, she was on their 26 years, claimed that she never had to shoot anybody or anything like that. that's not out of the ordinary. Because just today I was traveling through some back roads of Oklahoma and Arkansas, and all through there was police. There was police. What do they call them? Police, county jails and police and all that. I doubt very seriously there's a whole bunch of crime in there. So yeah, you probably can go, you know, 10, 20, 30 years without ever shooting your gun, because apparently she never shot her gun or something. And it just depends on what your beat is and where your beat is and how much crime is there and all of that. She was saying she wouldn't have pulled him over anyway. So my thing was, if you wouldn't have pulled him over anyway, why did then you become the aggressor and want to pull out a weapon to stop him? Because they said even if you would have been able to, even if you did pull out your taser, you could have tased him, knocked him out if he was in the process of trying to flee, and knocked him out, and the very same thing could have happened anyway. So, you end up killing him. If you would have tased him, I mean, and he run into somebody else, same thing could have happened. He could have died from the impact or something. But the bottom line was, why did you pull your weapon? Because you are in fear of somebody else's life. Like, you are entitled to use deadly force when you are in fear of your own life. I mean, I don't know exactly, what the parameters are or whatever, but the dude himself that she claimed that she was trying to protect, he didn't pull any of his weapons, and he's the one that pulled the young man over. So yeah, I don't get it. And what's crazy is the police union, they're the ones that put up the bail for these people. Like every time, like Chauvin, I don't know how much his bail was. I think it might have wasn't Chauvin bail like $1 million or something. They put that bail up for them. They put the bail up for them, even after they get fired and do all that, and all of that. They put the bail up for them, which and then when they get convicted, they don't have anything to say. You're supposed to be the police. You're supposed to fight crime. If she gets convicted of a crime and she used to work for you, why are you not speaking up? It's a double standard. And it's crazy.
Okay, please be seated.
Hi, everyone.
So that was the verdict. We've already talked about this lady in detail on another live. So I don't think that we need to go into in depth about the case necessarily, unless y'all want to. But what I'm going to attempt to do at this time is I'm going to be like Evil Knievel here. And I'm going to attempt to switch from the computer to the iPad and see if we can't do it seamlessly. And let's see, here we go. Okay, we're going to add that to the stream. And we should be able to just do this. Okay. Can y'all hear me now? I can't hear anything just yet. Just give me a second. Give me a second. I think we need to. Is everything else off? Okay, that's what I need to do. Give me a second. This is my first time, so I need to come up with the system to make this an easy transition. I know I need to get it off of here. So I turned that Bluetooth off, and I should be able to turn this on. I should be able to turn this on. Let me say something. Who cares about Kwame? Okay. Can y'all hear me yet? Give me a second. Give me a second. Audio. Damn, it's not on here. Shit. Okay. How can I do this again? Okay, let me try. Okay. I don't know how to do it other than to restart it. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Let me try it one more time. Nothing. Okay, so let me try this. Oh, damn it. It didn't work. What the hell? Hold on. Shit. I can hear you. Hold on. Is there feedback? I can't hear shit. Um, damn it. Why is this not switching over, dude? Damn it. Okay. Shit. Let's try it again. Hold on. Let me see something. It's on. Let's see. Connected. It's connected. Give me a second. You probably can hear me, but I can't hear you. Still ain't working. Damn it. Let me try it again. Let me try it. Come on, dude. Why you want to act stupid, man? Damn it. See, I can't hear you. See, that's the thing. Damn it. Hold on. Let's try it again. I can't hear nothing. This may not be the way to do it. Shit. Why I got so many problems? I got problems on top of problems. This thing will turn off. I need a new. I need. That's all. This is the testing mode part. So who is he trying to get? I can't hear you. I mean, okay, even if y'all was saying something, I can't. What the hell just happened? I don't even know what the hell just happened. Hold on. Oh, Jesus Christ. This thing, I'll tell you the truth. Boy, I tell you the truth. Hold on. Why won't let's see, who are you talking to or trying to hear? I can't hear nothing. So just in case y'all come in here, I'm not on the Bluetooth. Like I'm on the regular thing. But I want to be able to hear it on the mic, and I want the mic to be clearer, and I can't hear shit because it won't let me connect to it. This shit is ridiculous. Hold on. God damn it. Shit. It's connected. Why the hell this shit don't work? Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. You know what? I might have to close this entire thing out. Give me 1 second. Let me just try. Let me just try one more time. I don't like StreamYard sometimes. StreamYard be acting stupid sometimes. That's what I'm talking about, man. I gotta go through all of that. Okay, I see I have to do it now. Can y'all hear me? Does it sound better, different, same? uh let's see, man, if you can leave a dislike trucker, you having a bad day at the office. I told you I'm trying some new shit, man. So what what I'm trying to do is now I'm on the iPad now. I think what I'm going to have to do is go ahead and just hook up the. You see, we've been here, heard you. Yes, but if you come in, like Marilyn, come in right now. Oh, let me send you the link. Um, because I want to try something. I want to try something. Come in and hit the link real quick. I want to test something. Because part of us talking about the Kim Potter thing is I'm trying to run. Let's see, trucker, can you see me right now? No. Am I joined tonight? Trucker, can you see me right now? No. Are you in? Did you join? See, that's the other thing. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Shit. No. Ah, hell no. Let's see. Shit. Are you here? Are you here? Because I might have screwed it up then. I might need to get back on over here then. Hold on. See, this is all new. Like I don't know what's gonna happen. So are you come on in, Ronald? We can figure this shit out. Let me see. Ronald Jones joined and tell Trucker to pay his bills broke. Let me see. Let me see. What's the damn, man. See, I probably won't be able to do it then. I probably won't be able to do it. Let me see. Damn it. Okay. You in here, right? Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good. I was being funny the last time, saying, "Can you see me?" I know you couldn't see me over there.
Come on, man. Why you do that? See, I'm trying to test and you playing games.
Me
See,
and
now I
Ronald,
don't now you
we
just now listen, you playing games and now I don't are you serious? Come on, man. Of all times to play games, I'm trying to be serious. You could have played games after. Lord Jesus Christ. Now I done hooked up the computer. I
now
don't
you can
know.
see me right now. Can you see me?
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
I don't
on
know if it's
here.
because I don't know if it's because I got the computer on or because leave again. Leave again so you won't play games. Leave again, please. And stop playing games.
And come
Lord.
back. You want me to come
Yes.
back? All
Yes.
right. All right.
Jesus Christ. People be playing. I'm trying to see if this shit work correctly, and you over there playing games and shit. Oh, I tell you. Now I gotta wait again. Well, on slowpoke to want to play games. Hmm. We still can't see you. Say, you know what I'm talking about? Maryland over there playing games and shit. I'm trying to test the shit. You know what I'm saying? Play games after we get the shit tested. Play games later. Shit. God damn. Playing fucking games. No, he's playing fucking games and shit.
I'm sticking my tongue out at you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm flipping you off. Cause goddamn it, play games after we can get the shit tested. Come on, can you see me right now? Ain't that a bitch? I'm over here now. I had to start up the computer over here. You playing games? God
I'm
damn.
sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. It
shut
won't
your
happen
ass up.
again.
Shut your ass up. I don't even like you right now. Over there playing games. Okay. Uh.
Raise your volume a bit. Can you
Hold
do
on.
it?
Yep. You know, I'm learning. Hold on. It's automatically adjust mics. I don't want to do that. How about this? Is that
Yes,
better?
that's good.
Better?
What? No, lower a little bit. Just a
Lower?
little.
Lower? I'm lowering it. It's lowered.
You sound kind of scratchy. Maybe is
I'm
it? Can
lowering it.
anybody hear that?
No, it's lowered. It's lowered. Got lower. Okay, let me lower it some more. Did you see how I lowered it? Can you tell I lowered it?
Yeah, but your voice is not clear. It's like a little froggy. Static. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the word. What David said.
no,
Static.
it's distorted. It's distorted.
Yeah,
You know why?
distorted.
Because I'm
No.
playing. Because I'm playing. I'm not really lowering the mic. Because I'm playing. See now I actually lowered it. See how that works? Goofy ass. Hold on. Is that good or does I need to come up a little higher?
I don't care.
Check 1 2. Check. See the thing. Hold on. I can see the. See, I don't even need you because I can see the thing over here. Let me see. Hello.
I hear.
Check 1 2. Check. Yeah, that thing is a piece of shit. The meter reader thing is a piece of shit.
Okay, you sound better though. You sound better.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I figured out how I'm gonna have to do it. But that's how you do it. I'm testing. Trucker got that 626 set up. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so yeah, cause I'm gonna be mobile most of the time, and I was thinking like, shit, like when we did that 5 hour live the other night, the one you got mad at me, and called me a bastard at the end. Uh,
You're so fucked up.
that was like I burned up 27 gigs of personal hotspot. They
Already?
said you got 10% left. At five, yeah, five. Listen, I have 90. Wait, I got 4 devices. So that's 120 gigs. So if in 5 hours I can burn up 27 gigs, How much is that an hour? That's like five, five and some change an hour. So that means that for every hour that I stream, that's 5 gigs. If I got 90, no, if I got 120, 120 divided by
That
5
means
is what?
that for every hour that I stream, that's 5 gigs.
You're echoing over there.
I know. Honey, can you do something with your voice? It's not clear. It really isn't. It just sounds a little distorted. Just a little.
Okay, hold on.
Maybe you need to move that mic like a little bit away from your face, your mouth. I don't know.
Hold on. How about now?
Oh, good. You sound good.
How about now?
You sound good. You leave it alone. It sounds
But see, this mic is trash. So you got to remember that this mic is trash.
okay. Well, okay, good. It's not that
It's
bad.
not like the Yeti.
People can hear it.
It's
People
not
can
like
still
the Yeti.
hear it.
It's not like the Yeti. Let me do this again. Let me do this.
But that's
How
the
about
same
that?
mic you use for your podcast, and it sounds so clear, right? Isn't that the same mic?
It's a different platform though. It's like you can't
You
see.
sound good. You sound great. You sound great right now.
This is automatically
Oh
adjust
no, you
mic
sound
volume.
good right now. You sound good right
Yeah,
now.
because this is automatically adjust mic volume, and
Yeah,
the
it's
other
fine. Leave it
one is
alone.
manual.
Don't touch it.
And I had it like that earlier. You said raise your mic, and I raised it. Now you say it's fuzzy.
Just leave it alone. Everybody can hear you. Everybody can hear you.
And to see the thing of it is that
Somebody said David Dundee called you still-o-matic like Nas.
it's still matic. Okay, you sound better, broke in. Okay, I got two options. Either I can do a wired microphone, or I can do a Bluetooth. Now, I like the Bluetooth because it blocks out the background noise when I'm driving. This would be a good scenario for a wired mic because StreamYard doesn't allow external mics. It even says it in the thing, like it says Safari is working on it, allowing external mics. That's a big deal. I mean, that's why I like to use a computer because I can use a Yeti. It sounds much better. This Bluetooth, I probably just need to get a new one because it's pretty old. I'm gonna try maybe doing a new one and see if that helps it at all. But I like this because you can't hear none of the background music noise while I'm driving, and it'd be noisy.
Nope.
I had the even like when the reefer's on, I had to turn it off because the Yeti picks up all the I forgot what it was, a dynamic, and what was the other mic, dynamic mic, and what's the other one, centrifugal or
There's a
something.
condenser mic and a dynamic mic.
What's the one that picks up everything around you? Dynamic.
That's the condenser mic. The dynamic mic only picks up when your mouth is close to it. That's it. That's it. It has to be
No, like the
pointed at
Yeti,
you.
like the
The
Yeti
Yeti is a condenser mic.
and so the
The
podcast
mic
mic
I
is
have
different.
is a condenser mic.
Okay, but the podcast mic, the one everybody uses, is a dynamic mic.
It should be. It
Like
should be.
the Shure, and
The Shure is a dynamic mic. You got to read. Dynamic mic is really good for what you're trying to do.
Well, I know that. I know that this one, I need the opposite of this one. That's what I know because
Yeah,
everybody
you
says
do.
that if you have a quiet area, this is a good mic. But like right now, it's really quiet, and that's why the Yeti it does so good. But the this here is good for noise, and it's also Bluetooth, so StreamYard will accept it. That's the problem. It's not has nothing to do with what mic I want to use and none of that. I have to. I'm confined to what the mobile StreamYard will accept.
Okay, so if I decide to use StreamYard, I know I could use a mic, right? Any kind of mic, as long as it's attached to the computer.
If you use a computer, now mobile is completely different. Like mobile, like that's why I'm trying to come up with a way that I could share the screen, Play my music, share the screen in the beginning, right? Hurry up and get off of there so that I'm not using my personal hotspot data. Switch to the iPad because I don't use personal hotspot data on the iPad. It's just as big and it's the camera's probably better.
That is
So
so weird. That is so weird. I mean, I
what's
would think an iPad is kind of like a mobile device, isn't it?
it
Like
is.
it's almost
It
like a
is.
mobile device. So why aren't you using up the same amount of hotspot data?
Because it's not on hotspot. It like the iPad has its own internal unlimited internet, Wi-Fi, whatever you call that. It's got its own Wi-Fi. If the computer it does not have its own Wi-Fi, so therefore it has to get Wi-Fi from somewhere. If you transfer Wi-Fi from a device to another device, that's called personal hotspot according to Verizon, and they only allow you to do that. I just upgraded my plan. It was 15 before, now it's 30, and it's 5G. They only allow you to do that on the top plan for 30 gigs, and I don't know. I don't know how they monitor. I don't know how they calculate it. There's no way I can determine. So it seems like every time I get off a live, no matter what it is, I've used all my data. But this last one, it was 5 hours. So you know we were streaming
It
the
wouldn't have
entire
been
time.
5 hours had you just admitted what you did. But it's okay. It's all right. It took
Guess
you
what?
an
Guess
hour
what?
extra. It took you 2 extra
Guess
hours
guess
just to
what?
say, yeah, I did
Guess
it and
what
I'm
though?
sorry.
Guess what though? I never said I'm sorry, but guess what?
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
If
Didn't
I did,
you?
I was under the influence of something. But
I know you didn't say sorry, bastard. You're
but
such a
listen,
bastard.
but listen. Everybody liked the conversation afterwards more than the substance of the whole show.
Who's everybody?
The analytics.
Did it? Okay. Did the analytics show after? Like, okay, I know the analytics will show what's happening as the live is live, but what about after?
It's all together. They don't have a
Oh,
before and after.
so people actually
There's
listen
no
to
such
all
thing
of
as
that?
live analytics and replay analytics. There's no such
I thought
thing.
they would get bored. I said, okay, they probably not. It's just. I thought they would have got
No,
bored.
no. They got more interested.
They got more interested in you, the type of person that you are.
Whatever it was. We were talking about pimping and hoeing.
So
We
we
were
were
talking about
talking about more than that.
we were talking about pimping and hoeing.
That and a few other things.
What
But
else we talking? What else we talking about?
Ronald
Remember, brown skinned
Jones,
lady said, "I gotta go to the store." Remember, she kept trying to go to the store.
she didn't want to get involved. She's like, I don't want to say the wrong thing to upset
No, no,
anybody.
no, 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 no. It was the scenario like it was the she was basically reenacting like what she would do if she was in my stable. It's like she would say, I gotta go to the store. So it's basically her saying that I gotta go to the store because she's gonna run off.
Yep, she's getting out.
You didn't catch that?
And I would have walked her
It
to
was
the
all
store,
jokes.
and
It was all jokes.
I would have walked to the store with her to get some groceries too.
Because remember y'all was asking me about what who pays for this and that and all that. Yeah.
And
She said
Ronald
she was
and
gonna go to the store.
Ronald Jones says he added Marilyn to Facebook. Dude, I don't have a Facebook, and if I did, it would not be under the name Marilyn or anything like that. And David Dundee, hey Hood Trucker, the defense tried to get that Potter woman bail to be out until the sentencing hearing, but the judge, that same judge that looked like that sounded like she was on Xanax,
Yes.
she said no. I'm
Yes.
surprised.
And the reason why she said no is because she said that any other time, uh, defendants go to jail immediately. They're immediately remanded to jail because the other thing was the prosecutor
pointed out that they found out that she wasn't even living in the city or the county or something. Like she wasn't even living. She wasn't even living. Where she was supposed to live, and didn't tell anybody. Now you're supposed to get your bail revoked just for that. For not letting people know where you're living at if you move or whatever. Like when you move and you're on bail, you're supposed to inform somebody in a specific
Well,
amount of
a
time.
lot of cops in New York City, I mean, a lot of them can't afford to live in New York City, so they live out in either Westchester.
They're not
They,
on bail though.
oh, well, technically they could get in trouble for not telling where they live. They're supposed to live within the 5 boroughs, but that's kind of impossible.
No, where does it say that at? I doubt very seriously.
No,
Look,
it's the
them
rent,
people,
a cop
them people.
salary,
No,
and
no,
and the
no,
rents
no,
are
no,
very high.
no, no.
Okay,
They probably live in suburbs somewhere
yeah, they do, but suburbs like
and
New York
commute a
City
long
is
way.
the 5 boroughs: Manhattan,
They
Bronx,
ain't
Brooklyn,
listen.
Queens.
Ain't none of them police living in no damn 5 boroughs. Stop it. Look, they live in the suburbs and they commute.
Yeah,
Look, like
they live in Westchester. They
just
live in
like
Long Island. Yeah,
just
mostly
just
Long
like
Island.
just like a lot of people in San Francisco that work in the Oakland, San Francisco, San Jose, all that. It is sky high to live there. There's a community called Modesto and what's the other communities
Oh, that's
around
where
here?
that guy who murdered his wife lived. That's the only reason why I know where Modesto is.
Modesto and a few other, like even Fresno. Like they'll commute like 2 to 3 to 4 hours a day, one way, just to be able to live, kind of like what the way they want to live, and you get more for your money that way. So you might get a 5 bedroom, 4 bath in Modesto, but probably not anymore because everybody's doing it
I
now.
knew people who did that when I stayed in LA. There were people who worked at what I called the Twin Towers. Well, by 7th Street and Metro, those two big towers over there, those business offices that were on
County
that
jail.
hill.
That's the county jail.
We're not talking about the jail. We're talking about legit business offices. Not
Twin
nobody.
Towers. Twin Towers is county jail.
That's not what they call. Whatever. Okay, there were people who worked in downtown
You if
LA.
you if you Google Twin Towers in L.A., they're gonna pull up the
All
picture.
right, all right. Whatever these two big buildings are, they have a nickname. They're corporate offices, and people would drive and Century City too. There are people who drive 2 to 3 hours every single day to work within the city because they made more money that way, and then they drive all the way back to their homes wherever they lived.
David says the judge said no special privileges, and that's what she said. She was like, no, we got to treat this like every other case with that calm, soothing voice. No, ma'am, we're gonna remand you into custody. Let's see, when was this Kim lady sentence? Was that today? No, she got convicted today. The sentencing is not until I think February. I think the third week of February they were saying. 'Cause they were trying to do it in March or something, and they all those the defense attorneys was having other trials and stuff. So I think it's the third week of February. I think the 18th or something is when she gets sentenced, or something like that. They got to do some type of Bradley. Excuse me, I forgot what Bradley means, but some kind of Bradley hearing or something. Hey Trucker, how is the city of San Bernardino? I've never lived there, but it's kind of like on the outskirts. Now I was in when I was in YA, California Youth Authority. There was a dude from San Bernardino, and he was from a gang that I've never heard before or since before. And I thought when he said what the name of his gang was, you're not supposed to laugh. Like when somebody tell you what the name of their gang is, they're not supposed to laugh. But guess what the name of his gang was?
What?
The name of his gang was Pimp, Player, Hustler, Gangster, Crip.
They're so dumb. Why is every gang in LA named after either like it ends off with Crip or Blood,
No, but
and
wait,
they're not affiliated? They're
but
not.
wait.
They're not
Yes, they
affiliated with
are.
each other.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Now, uh, pimps talk shit about gang members that try to pimp though, because they don't think that gang members should be pimps. I think that's I'm probably of the same opinion because I don't think that that's kind of like two different things. Like you got a gang member who's hard and rough and they do gang shit, and then you have a pimp who's mostly finesse. Now you have gorilla pimps and you got pimps that kidnap women and beat them half to death and make them do stuff. Uh, but a pimp is supposed to be is it a man of leisure or a woman of leisure? But he's something of leisure. I don't know, man of leisure or something. So in other words, if you look at the Mac, like remember that movie, The Mac? He was. I mean, that dude was a smooth talker.
He was
You
a
know, he.
fantasy.
I mean, but that was what that was what you know a pimp was supposed to be. Like whether or not it actually turns out to be that in real life, because a lot of those dudes back then they was giving women drugs and all kinds of stuff. But some the facade was that you know or the not necessarily facade, but whatever the word is, the portrayal of a pimp was supposed to be a guy who can talk his way into anything or talk his way into um having a woman pay him a bunch of money. So
Can I ask you? Do you want to talk about any of the podcasts? Can I talk about a certain podcast that you did and
sure,
just a certain section of it,
sure,
if you don't mind?
sure.
It's the one about is there God? You know
Hmm.
that one.
Yeah.
But I only want to talk about one section of it, if you don't.
Mm,
And
go
you
ahead.
don't have to talk about it, but I
Go.
don't
Would
know
you
when.
go ahead and get to the point
No,
already?
I have to explain why. I have to explain why before I bring up this part of it, because you and I talked behind the scenes on why your football career didn't happen, but you only touched on it briefly. You just said that you got hurt, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But all right, the first time you got hurt was at what? Okay, your knee got damaged where? It got damaged when? At another school. Which school was that again?
I was between schools. So I had just finished the season at Sacramento City College,
Yes.
and
Okay, you
I
got
ju-
your knee hurt.
and I just got my diploma, and I just signed a full ride scholarship to the University of Nevada, Reno, and that's where Colin Kaepernick.
And when you say diploma, you're talking about your GED. You're talking about something else.
No, AA degree.
Okay,
Did I
your
say diploma?
associate's degree.
Did I
Yeah,
say
your
diploma?
associate's degree. Yeah, you did. You said that it's a diploma. I just didn't know.
Oh
I know that.
no, it's
I
a
remember
degree.
you saying that when you were in CYA, you got your
It's an
GED. Or
Associate's of Arts degree. It's a degree.
it's
It's not a
it's a
diploma.
college degree. It's a degree. It's an
It's not
associate's
a
degree.
diploma. It's not a diploma. It's a
But you
degree.
said
Go ahead.
diploma.
I know. I misspoke. Go ahead.
All right. So you were there. You got your associates at Sacramento. So when did you hurt your knee?
In between. So the season was over. But I still had some injuries that I needed to heal. But uh, I was gonna be a 2-year uh player. So like normally when you go to universities and play football, it's a 4-year deal. Well, when you come from JUCO, they call it, which is junior college, it's a 2-year deal. So you don't have time to sit around and learn the system like if you was a 4-year guy, you can red shirt the first year because you're 18 years old. Excuse me. You can redshirt. You can turn that. You can turn your college career into a 5-year career. So you can redshirt the first one because you got 5 years to play four. You can redshirt at any time. Redshirt just means that you're stopping your eligibility. Um, you're pausing your eligibility.
Oh, what position did you play?
Defensive back, corner,
Okay, you were defensive back corner. That was like most of your college football career.
all of it.
Okay, so that was your position always.
Yes, in college, yes.
All right, so honey, when did you hurt your knee?
So I was working out because again, um, I'm looking at the fact that I don't have time to sit around and learn the system. I need to be ready to play day one. So I'm working out. I'm still I'm doing what I need to do to be in shape and get better and learn the system because they had some uh, different defensive techniques that they they previewed me about, and they said, "Hey, this is what we do. This is our style. I want you to learn this style. We want you to play start day one. So if you're gonna start and play, you better be ready because um, if you play corner, uh, you're running full blast almost every play. So you better be in shape. So the bottom line was, I mean, I'm working out and working on my craft. And there was his name was Malcolm Sebrum. He went to Fresno State and he had got drafted, I think, to who did he get drafted to? I think Houston, maybe. I forgot who he got drafted to, but his name was Malcolm Sebrum. And um, we were working out together, doing one-on-ones. And one-on-ones means he's the receiver, I'm the DB, and we're challenging each other. Which I'm trying to stop him from getting the ball. He's trying to get the ball. So I'm D'ing him up right, and the ball comes. I look up and I get ready to catch it, for interception. And when I come down, it snapped.
Oh, ow,
And
ow,
that was the
ow, ow,
most
ow.
excruciating pain I've ever felt for like a minute and a half, and then it went away. I said,
A minute and a
"Now,
half?
a minute and a half, like I was like literally sweating, like just from the pain. That's how painful it was. And then
Oh.
it went away. And then uh, it went away. So I got up and I walked off. But I felt a swelling in the back of my knee. So like on the
Mm.
like right where your knee bends, like right there, it was like swollen. And I went to the trainer and I said, yeah, I did something, but it only hurt for like a minute and a half, like it was excruciating, and then it went
Mm.
away. I said, it's
Mm.
uh, it's just like swollen right now. So he said, get up on the table. So what they do is they do this test where they um, say this is your knee, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, we'll do this. Say this is your knee, and this is your thigh here,
Mm-hmm.
and this is your is the fibia, right?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I know what
So
you. I know.
So
I know
so
what you mean.
what they do is they'll take your leg right around the fibula part. This is your thigh, and they do like this. And what's supposed to happen is, if you got good ligaments in there, it's only supposed to move a certain way. That thing was doing like this.
Oh,
He said you tore
oh.
that. He said you're done. He said you tore it. I was like, oh, I was devastated. So then, uh, now I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do because I was done with the season at Sac City, so I wasn't covered by their insurance, and I hadn't gotten to the new team yet, so I wasn't covered by their insurance. So I was
Mm.
stuck with no insurance. So I had to. So the coaches uh, sent me to a doctor.
How old were you?
this was in 94, so I was 23.
Aw.
23, because I went to college late. But
No, I mean, but you were a baby.
yeah, so uh, they sent me to the doctor, and luckily it was a good doctor. He was the orthopedic surgeon for the Sacramento Kings, the basketball team.
Oh, you lucked out. Great.
Yeah. And so I went there. He said, "Yeah, we can do it. Blah blah blah. Here's what you do: go down to the county and do this and do that and blah blah blah." And he showed me
Oh,
everything I need to do.
okay. That's
And I
good.
went down there and got it, and then I got the surgery done, and then got it repaired, and then they even hooked me up with a physical therapist. But at that time, the return time was 12 to 16 months. Right now, it's like 6 to 9 months or something like that, like super fast now. I was trying to return in 7 months, and um, Ronald said I was 4 years old then.
Yeah, I didn't want to laugh. I didn't want to laugh.
Yeah.
I was gonna, as I was like, well, Ronald said he was 4. I didn't want to interrupt you though, but
Yeah.
you know what? I'm trying not to do that.
He also said religion is a sensitive subject. Yes, it is. It can be. But
The
look,
reason I just want to just briefly touch on it. The reason why I'm bringing that up, Ronald, is because in the podcast, what's the name of the podcast again? I think it has something to do with "Is God Real?"
I'll tell you right now.
When tragedy happens or something like that. I listened to like the first the first 5 minutes of it. I listened to it when it first came on, but then I turned it off when you talked about your son, and I was like, wow. And I don't know, I didn't want to hear anymore. But then this morning I actually listened to it, like the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Everything was beautiful. But the part about the football, I want you to talk about that. I wanted more clarity, even though you really broke it down in the podcast.
The name of the podcast is when a life tragedy causes you to question God. How do you reconcile that?
Yeah, that's what it was. And you were questioning him then because
Absolutely.
it was like you did everything right, you did everything you were supposed to do.
Absolutely.
You went
Absolutely.
you got out of jail and CYA, and you were trying to live right and everything. You did everything right. But I want to, okay, I just want to pick up right there, okay? You got the surgery done, you got a rehab person, your knee started to work. Go ahead. Continue.
And they told me sit out a year, and we will reevaluate you next year.
Okay.
And I said, "Fuck you."
Shouldn't have done that. You should have waited a year.
A lot of people said that.
You should have.
But what you're telling me is, we don't think you're valuable enough to go ahead and bet on you, because I had a redshirt year available. They could have redshirted me. We don't think you're valuable enough to redshirt you, let you heal, and then bring you on the team. No, you do that shit on your own, and then we'll come back next year and reevaluate you. I said, fuck you. I'm going to Fresno State, and walked on to Fresno State, which is a better school anyway.
Oh, okay. So you didn't feel like you should have given your knee a chance to rest?
No, it wasn't it. I'm determined, and when I'm determined, you can't stop me from doing shit.
I'm hard-headed. I say that. I'm hard-headed.
You're hard-headed.
Yeah. Okay. After you got to Fresno, after you signed up for Fresno,
just like it was.
Your
like
goal was
battle.
to be a football player. That was the whole goal, to become a
But here's the
professional
thing, though.
football player.
Here's the thing, though. Like during the time that I'm wanting to be a football player, like I'm progressing my education,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't give a shit about at the time. Like I'm only going to school to play football at the time, and I look up, and then like what was that 3 years later? I'm at a university. I can't. I was still on parole. I just got out of I just got out of CYA in 1992. It's 1995, and um I had to get in on the special admit because I had when you go into
Why were
scholarship
you
at
on parole when you went in as a minor? I thought once you finish your time as a minor, that's it.
no, you're on parole. You're on
This must
parole.
be a Cali thing. Okay, go ahead.
So I look up, and I'm at a 4-year university. I'm like, fuck. And then I had to struggle to get in there because it's different requirements when you're on scholarship as when you're not on scholarship. So, for example, I had 48 or maybe even 50 um, transferable units um, to the new school. So everything that you take in junior college doesn't transfer, and you have to have
Yeah.
a minimum of 48 transferable units to continue at the next level. I had the 40. I had either 48 or 50. But when you're transferring from junior college to a university, the requirements are not as lenient. So I think it was either 52 or 54, maybe even 56, something like that. And so they had to let me in on a special admit just because I was on the football team. They did that. So
Okay.
the football team, whatever that, whatever they do, they did that to let me in. So I got in by the skin of my teeth, basically.
Hmm.
And so, you know, there were some positive things that was happening, but it wasn't football. And I was looking at the football part of it and not anything else.
L.A. Fonso says, Trucker, I came to Colorado to play college football on a full ride. My second year, I hurt my leg and back to back games, which ended my college career. I also play cornerback and punt return. Hey, you got something in common.
Yeah, I,
Oh,
I never they never put me on the punt return because I had no hands. What's crazy is I played DB, I had no hands whatsoever. I couldn't catch a cold. I could bat it down though. But even then, like my sophomore year in junior college, I had 8 interceptions that year, and I was
is that good? Yeah,
yeah,
I ain't a football person, so I don't know how great that is.
yeah, I was all league defensive player that year. But uh, so so I get so I I'm going to the school and all that, and you know how my family is. Nobody gave a shit. Uh, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at that. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I'm even though I'm having a problem with my knee, I'm like, shit. I look up and I'm on parole going to university. Like,
I know. You should be proud of yourself.
yeah.
Most guys would never. Most guys in your situation, they would just be fucking dunces, man. They wouldn't do no shit like that.
But guess
College,
what?
what, man?
But
Fuck that.
but guess what?
What?
I figured out a way to fuck it all up. Yeah, I figured out a way to fuck it all up. So what ended up happening though? What really?
If you're
Uh,
talking about the situation on how your knee got hurt the second time, I don't think you. That wasn't
no,
you.
no,
But go
no,
ahead.
no. What happened was here's what happened. The uh the dude I mean I'm going through all this stuff. I'm having to take all these pain pills. I mean it was really probably wasn't a sustainable endeavor anyway. Because
No, it wasn't.
I was having to take so many pills just to practice, and then I would take a break on the weekends.
Okay, you're skipping over stuff. You got transferred to Fresno State. Okay, when you got to
No,
Fresno State, did you
no,
have
I
to
didn't get
audition?
transferred. I didn't get transferred. I sent them tape and said, "Hey, I want to play for you. I don't have a scholarship though." They said, "Oh, we don't have a scholarship." I said, "I don't have. I don't. What did I say? I said, do you have a scholarship? I asked them, can I, get on with a scholarship? They said, we don't have any more scholarships, but we'll let you come on as a walk on. And I said, okay, that's fine. And they let me into school and they let me walk on and all of that. Uh, it's just that I was not ready to play.
Look into the camera as you talk to me.
Hmm?
Look into the
I am looking
camera.
into the camera.
Okay, go ahead. Continue to talk.
Shut your ass up. Look, so I just wouldn't. I wasn't. My knee was not physically ready to play, and it was like I failed the first
Yeah, you
test
should.
that they do to test to see where your knee is at, because once they see that scar, they're like, "What the fuck is this?
You
What is
should
this,
have
sir?"
waited. Why didn't you just wait a year out while you
Because
were in Fresno
hindsight is
State?
2020. You armchair quarterback.
And I was hard headed. Say it. I was fucking hard headed.
You were hard headed, of course. You were hard
Cali
headed.
niggas are fucking hard headed. Good.
You were hard headed. So, yeah. But listen, uh, it seemed like a good idea at the
Yeah.
time.
We do a lot of things, in our 20s that, you kind of look back at in your 30s like, shit, I did that? Oh, man.
Yeah. But, um, I mean, and so the whole point of this story was basically you were asking me why did I question God or something?
No, I want you to tell exactly what happened. How did you get on the team? And exactly what you did. What you did. And then how you got hurt.
I just told you how I got on the team.
Yeah.
How I got
No.
hurt. How I got hurt. Okay. So
You had a lot of passion when you did the podcast. And I felt it. I felt it. I felt it. I
That's why you have to
felt
go
it.
watch. That's why you have to go listen to the
Well, that's what I
podcast.
know. There's a yeah, podcast it has a lot of stories, but that one stood out to me because of the resentment that you had, not just for God, but for the person who did that to you. Because I don't know. I feel it was on purpose. But go ahead.
No, there's no. I don't think he did it on purpose. I think he did it out of frustration. I don't think he purposely
Why was
did
he
that.
frustrated?
Because I was D'ing his ass up all fucking practice, and he's the star player, and I'm the walk-on dude. That's embarrassing. I was embarrassing that dude because he wasn't really that good. To be honest, he wasn't really all that good. He was kind of fast, kinda. He was kind of slender, so he's kind of shifty. But the
And what was
guy,
his position? What was his position?
it was receiver. He ended up getting drafted by the San Diego Chargers. But the guy that I used to work out with at Sac City was better than him. His name was Alex Van Dyke. Um, he was probably shit. He was a track dude too. The guy at Sac City. He was probably maybe 6'3", 6'4", and we used to battle in practice every chance we got. Because I was the best DB and he was the best receiver. We used to battle all the time. So when I get over there, the second dude, not the second string dude, but the second option type dude, and I forget his name, but I had more problems with him than the star guy. He was all on the billboards and shit like that, and all of that. But I had more problems with the second dude, and I can't remember his name. Yeah, I can't remember his name. But I had more problems with him than I did the star dude, right? So but I wanted to see. I wanted to play. I wanted to start. I wanted to play. So what I, uh, what you have to do, in that situation when you're a nobody, is uh, you have to step up and be a somebody. Like I knew dude didn't have nothing for me. So that's why every time he popped up in line, I would say, I would go to the guy in the front and say, let me get that. Let me get that. And they would say, okay, go ahead, bad motherfucker. Like, because they was thinking that he gonna drag me or something. And I would shut that ass down. And this was all after I failed the first test because they sit you in this chair, because here's what happened. I'm practicing, and then they do the physical, and they see the scar in my knee. They said, "What the fuck is this?" I said, "It's an ACL." And they said, "Well, you need to go see the orthopedic surgeon. He won't be for 2 weeks." So now I can't practice for 2 weeks until the orthopedic surgeon shows up. So now I'm 2 weeks
Mm-hmm.
behind, right? So then, uh, no, that day I tell you, no, I take that back. Um, they did the physical, and they put me on that strength machine because I saw the thing, and I failed. And they said, "Well, you need to see the orthopedic surgeon, and he's not going to be here for 2 weeks." So I already knew what because it's like this. Basically it's just like this, right? You're on a machine, you do this, and they measure uh, how much force you go either way. So if you have a good knee, you should be able to exert a certain amount of pounds both that way and this way. So I was good this way, I just wasn't good this way. So um they said you need to see the surgeon. So then when the surgeon gets there, he evaluates, he says it's all good, blah blah blah, get on the machine. I had already doped up already and got on the machine and passed, right? So then they
Mm.
let me practice. So then when I get to practice, I had practiced a little bit before then. Okay, the first day of practice, I mean, it was like a lot. I didn't even mention this in the podcast, but the first day back, this idiot who never played free safety in his life, I don't know what the hell he was doing, but I go up to get a ball, it's coming down, I'm about to make the interception, he hits me in the ribs with his elbow and
Oh,
fucked up my
okay.
ribs. I couldn't even fucking breathe. So like every
Wait, I thought you guys were patted down. You weren't patted down for that?
no, it was 7-on-7, and it was still spring ball, and we had helmets and what they call it's not shoulder pads, it's like a shell, it's what you put under your pads. So you had a helmet, the little shell thing, a jersey, and it's seven on
And
seven.
you didn't have
Well,
anything covering your body? No body arm? No, you know.
here's the thing. If you're like this anyway, I don't like. I'm not a quarterback or a running back. There's rib protectors that you can get. Whether I had pads or not, if you're like this, your ribs are exposed. And he hit me with the elbow. My own guy. This is a free safety that was looking. I guess he would try to catch the ball too, or whatever. I go up to catch it. It's in my hand, and he hit me in the ribs.
What was
It's
his reasons?
he was an idiot.
What did he say to you after he did
Oh,
it?
my bad, my bad. He's apologetic and everything, but he was just an idiot. He never played free safety before. I don't know what the fuck he was doing there. So he never played free safety before. So I think it was like a linebacker or something. But I guess they were trying him out as a free safety or something. But he goes up and hits me straight in the ribs. I was like, fuck. So now I got a bad knee and I got bad ribs. And what was crazy was this. We do they used to make us do 50 crunches. We had like a session before we would practice, and they used to make like in the weight room, and they used to make us do 50 crunches to warm up, or 100 crunches maybe, 50 or 100. You talking about the most excruciating pain I've ever felt in my life in my ribs. I mean, I had bruised ribs. They weren't cracked, or they were bruised,
Mm.
and that was the most excruciating. I mean, I was popping pills for that.
What kind of
So
pills were
I
you
was
popping? Like from the doctor? You getting them on the street? Where were
no,
they
they get it
coming
from the
from?
trainer. They you get it from the trainer, and I don't know uh what I know they're said, right,
Mm-hmm.
and but I don't know, they were blue, and you had to eat while you took them, or else it would shrink your stomach up so bad that you would start throwing up. So they were like high dose, high. I don't even know what they. I've never been able to see find these pills again, but I used to get them from the trainer, and it come in a little bottle. It's like a little small little bottle, like a little sample bottle, and there'd be like maybe 10 of them or something in there. And I used to take two at a time, and with some bread or something, and you take it, and that would shrink everything you had swollen in your body would shrink it up, and it would kind of it was like a pain. like a pain like a pain pill, like it was like a kind of like a pain pill too. So I would take those, and I was taking my knee pain pills that I was getting too. I forgot what those. I don't know if they was. I don't know what they were, but I know they was heavy like pain pills that you get when you get ACL surgery and stuff. And I kept getting refills just to because it was painful and I had to take them just to practice. So so now I got the rib thing too, but the rib thing wasn't stopping me from practice. It was difficult. It was painful, all that shit. But I mean, you're not running on your ribs. You know, you're running on your knee. So that day we were doing this like I was probably back like a week or two. Now the rib thing is going away by this time, and but the knee is still I'm still having issues, still painful. I mean, but it's livable. And then we go do these drills. I'm on him again, and I think he's mad because number one, I'm a walk on. He's a full ride scholarship, number one, and he's the guy on the billboard. And every time,
This is the guy that hit you in your ribs. Same guy,
no,
a
no,
different one.
it's a different guy. The guy that hit me in my ribs is a free safety. So he's on the defensive side too. We were just going for the same ball. He just didn't look to see, you know, you're not supposed to hit your own guy. That's why he never played that position before. So you're not supposed to hit your own guy. Like you're supposed to let it go. Like if you see that somebody else is trying to get it, you know, let him get it. But he's over there trying to get it himself because he's trying to win a position too, and he ended up fucking my ribs up in the process. You know, which you're not supposed to do. So um, so uh, uh, we run these drills, and he's pissed off because I cut in front of the line again to get him. Because that's how you become noticeable. Like I become noticeable because I'm in first line at all the drills. I'm first in line when we run in sprints. Everything is first. You see me, I face every single time, like so much that what the fuck is this dude doing, right? But the coaches love that. But if I'm embarrassing you, you're gonna hate it because I'm making you look bad now. You're trying to take plays off all that shit. I'm roughing you up and shit. Anyway, so he see me, and you know, the drill is that you're supposed to like simulate that the receiver is trying to block you. Usually they'll try to block you on a run play, right? So it's a run. The drill is for cornerbacks and defensive backs, and it's not has anything to do with the receiver. They're just involved, just in the way, because the drill is not for you. It's for us. And you know we do drills for them too, right? It's vice versa. So the drill is that you're supposed to do what's called a swim technique, which is you engage with them and you do a swim, which is you wipe him with your right, or if he's on the other side, you wipe him with your left, and you swim with the other arm. You know, swim because you get off of him that way. So you're supposed to gauge and then do the swim technique, and then you break down to get ready to make an open field tackle. And in the process, he pushed me in the back, and that was the most. That was even more excruciating than the rib thing because I was breaking down. So now I'm breaking down, which means that my leg knee combo is like probably close to a 45-degree angle, and he pushes me in the back and puts more pressure on it. And after that, it was just it was the pain was just so much that the pain pills didn't even do shit. And I don't know where you went. So yes, so you know the whole reason for Maryland bringing this up was because it was at that moment that you know I started questioning um, God and why, if I'm trying to do all the right things, why is all this stuff happening? And and if you go and listen to that podcast, and again, the name of the podcast is, let me pull it up. When a life tragedy causes you to question God, how do you reconcile that? Um, the reason why I told that story, that I don't know where the hell you went,
I'm
Marilyn,
here. How did you know I came back?
because you didn't answer.
No,
What, you
but
go
you
take a
just
shit? What, you go
no.
take a shit?
But how did you know that I came back? Like
Because
what
I can
David?
hear you.
No, I didn't move. I didn't do nothing.
You
I
put
just
the.
tapped my mic and I
Lord
took it
Jesus
off
Christ.
mute. But how did you know?
Because I can hear when you go on mute.
That's weird. Anyway,
No, it's
I'm
not weird.
sorry, but I was listening to you. I know what happened. And the guy, okay, you had excruciating pain. And do you think that guy did it on purpose?
No, I think
He
he
had to
he
have
he
done
did.
it on purpose. You
He
said he
didn't
was
do it.
frustrated.
Well, he didn't purposely do that because he knew it was going to happen to my knee. If that what you mean on purpose, did he push
Yes.
me on back in the back intentionally? Absolutely, yes. That was intentional, and that was also illegal. You're not supposed to push anybody in the back under any circumstances. Period. In football. Period. You're never, ever supposed to push anybody in the back. That's why I said when he pushed me in the back, that was out of frustration, because you're not supposed to do that, and he would never do that in the game, because you're gonna get a 15-yard penalty for that.
Okay, so what happened to him, like on the team, after he did that to you on the team? Did he get punished for that? No.
He's the star. I'm gonna give a shit
So
about me.
you think he
I'm
knew about
replaceable.
your knee issues? Do you think he knew about that?
Listen, I don't think that he. I mean, cause who would have knew that? Who would have knew that breaking the you'd have to be so calculated in doing that. I don't think that at all. I think he just pushed me in the back because he was mad. I don't think he calculated that. Well, if his knee is at a 47-degree angle and I push him in the back, it's going to be a screw. No, I don't think not like that. No, not at all. I think
So were you okay? Did what you did to him, or well, what the stuff that you were doing, was it? Were you supposed to do that? Did you know you weren't supposed to do that, and you did it anyway just to fuck with him?
no. I'm trying to get a job.
He was on your team, though, right?
Right.
So, um, what was the point of the? What was the point of your training helping him do? What was he? What was his position?
Receiver.
Okay, what you did, was that supposed to help train him to
Yeah.
be a
It's
better receiver?
if iron. What they say? Iron sharpens iron. That's why me and the guy that I was at Sac City, we would go at each other all the time. When you are a superstar, let's say, uh, whether it be self-proclaimed or somebody says that about you, then that means you're pretty good. And if you're pretty good, you shouldn't be shying away from a certain level of competition because you can't compete. You should be wanting to get better so that you don't run away from that. You you embrace that and you want to conquer that challenge because it's a challenge. Anybody that presents a problem to you in on the football field, that's a problem. Uh,
Is your birthday closer to April? Is it in
no, it's
April?
no, it's the 5th,
March 5th?
and I don't know what this has to do with anything I'm talking about. But go
No,
ahead.
it's astrology shit. Don't worry about it. You must have an Aries rising because everything about you is something an Aries or maybe a Leo would do. Everything. You're not a water sign. Not like me. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Right. So thank you for interrupting me. But here's the thing. That's a problem. And I got the impression that because I was making him look bad, that he didn't like me. But
He
I tried
didn't.
to make
Probably. He
myself look
probably
good.
didn't like you.
Right. A lot of people look. I have that impression on a lot of people. A lot of people don't like me for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But
I don't
here's the
know.
thing.
I have no idea why though. You're such
Me
a
neither. Me
sweetheart.
me
You're such
neither.
a
I have no
you're such
idea.
a teddy bear.
I I have no idea why they feel that way. But that was the case. And then after that, I just I couldn't continue. I told him, I said, hey man, my knee is just, and I didn't look. I didn't have any ill will toward him. I didn't really like him for that because that was a pussy move. But I don't think I thought it was a pussy move because you pushed me in the back. You're not supposed to push anybody in the back.
I would
But
have
I
had
didn't think
ill
he would.
will.
I didn't think. I
I would
didn't
have had
think.
ill will. I
I
would have,
didn't
but that's
think.
me.
I didn't think that he purposely did that so that I could fuck my knee up though. That's what I did. I didn't think he did that. I just think he did. He just was upset, mad, and pushed me in the back and didn't know what he was doing.
And if your knee wasn't hurting, you probably would have hauled off and punched him in his face. I don't know. Is that what he was expecting?
No, you don't do that. You don't do
Okay, he
that.
wasn't supposed to push you in the back either, but
Yeah, but uh, you don't do that. You don't lose your cool on the field.
I have a question. What if your knee hadn't gotten hurt? What would you have done in that situation?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
So, but what if you would have done, so would you have still tried to do the same move that you did prior, or you would have
Yes.
watched him this time? But this time you wouldn't have turned your back on him.
Exactly the same thing. I would have did exactly the same thing.
Because I guess that's what you're supposed to
You push
do.
me back. Now, if you push me in the back again, then I'm gonna have an issue.
Yeah, you're going to punch him in his face.
No.
What would you do? Nothing?
I'm gonna wait for the opportunity to murder you legally.
It's football. That's
I'm gonna
right.
catch you. I'm gonna catch
Yeah.
you. Stretched out for something. And I'm gonna try to put as much punishment on. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. You don't
That's
lose your
the thing
cool.
about the contact sport of football.
You don't lose your. See, but everybody doesn't have that same thing. See, everybody when it gets pissed off, start fighting. That's not what you do. You get no respect for that. You get no respect. That's like beating up little kids or something. Like you get no respect. You're not supposed to do that. Like hitting somebody out of bounds or
Well, he wasn't
going
supposed
after
to push
somebody's
you on the
knee.
back either, and he knew that. You both
But
knew
listen,
that.
listen. That's frustration. I'm gonna listen. Do you know how much shit I used to talk while I was playing? Listen. I'm talking to you while I'm D'ing your ass up. I'm talking shit about your mama. Your bitch ain't shit. That's why I fucked your bitch last night. Bitch nigga, get your ass back in the all of that. I used to listen, I used to talk so much shit it's ridiculous. And roughing people up and all kinds of shit like, doing shit you ain't supposed to be doing. Man, why you holding me? Just fuck cause you get somebody out of their mental, they're fucked. You get somebody front like dude, push me in the back. That's a 15-yard penalty. In the game, you want somebody to do that because now you push them back. Now if I'm on defense, let's say the play we finished the play and now it's 3rd and 2, you push me in the back, it's a 15-yard penalty. Now it's 3rd and 17. I want you to do that. That's why I talk all that shit. That's why I talk about your mama. That's why I talk about I'm gonna knock your bitch and all of that. That's why I say all of that to get you out of character and do shit that's uh, illegal, and they're gonna give you a flag for it and push you back. I'm not gonna do nothing.
All right, you said that you knew that he got drafted with the Chargers. Do you know how long he stayed playing football?
Not
You
long
do.
because he was a bitch. Um,
So
because as
somebody
a bitch,
probably did
you
what
got
you wanted to
frustrated.
do.
Listen. You got frustrated, push somebody in the back. Number one, like if you punch somebody in the back of the head, if you punch somebody from the back into the thing like that, any type of thing where you do something where they not looking is a bitch move.
What year
You
was
push
this?
95.
Fresno State.
Yes.
What was his
All,
initials?
all you got
What was
CJ.
his
CJ.
CJ? And he was with the San Diego Chargers. And he
I'm
was the
gonna say Charlie. No,
receiver.
I'm not scared to say nobody's name. What he gonna do shit to
Well,
me?
you didn't
It's
say it
Charlie
in the
Jones.
podcast. But you really, really sound upset, and it's
You fucked my knee up. But see, it turns out that your bitch move um was more detrimental to me than you thought it was, or that you intended it to be. I don't think that he purposely wanted to blow my knee out, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
It just so happens my knee was fragile, and you do that, you put extra stress on the knee, there it goes. And listen, if you ask him, he probably don't even remember. I do though, because it's a pivotal thing. He just somebody pushed in the back, as far as he know. I never seen him again after that. I never, talked to him after that. I
But
just
that
had to go
was,
talk to the coaches and say,
but
hey,
that was,
I can't go.
but that was when. So did you just leave school altogether after
No,
that?
I got caught selling drugs and went to prison. That's what I said. I figured out a way to fuck it up because I was like this. Because like I don't know who told me, but somebody said, "Look, you over there mad about your dude fucking your knee up, and you at a university right now. Like what the fuck? Like you should get your education then. You're in the school. You wouldn't be there if it wasn't for football. Football didn't work out, and I continued to school. And I was like, yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right. So I continued to go to school, but I was selling drugs while I was going to school and got caught.
So you know what? I don't want to continue with the that. That wasn't the part I wanted to discuss, but
I
I
figured
know
that.
in that podcast, the pain you went through, the pain was excruciating. You said, and then you were mad, you were hurt, and you were upset. You was like, why is God? It's like you were really questioning things about God, and it was many things. I think you said like a lot of shit before that, and then after that, where you questioned
And the
God a
reason
lot.
and the reason why I told that story is because my friend just lost her child, and she saw her child go from being normal all the way down to the point where he couldn't even hold his head up.
Mm.
And
Mm.
I can only imagine, like you see your son one day and then six, normal, running around and all kinds of stuff, and then 5 6 years later, you know he can't do anything for him, so you have to do every single thing for him, like
Yeah,
everything, and he just slowly deteriorated into that. And then you know it gets caught up in the COVID thing. That i mean that i mean you're probably questioning that entire time, like why would you, because do you know how much that's got to be torture to watch your son like progressively deteriorate, and
of course.
it's a terminal disease, which means that there is no hope. Like
Mm.
it's terminal, so it's gonna happen. You just don't know
Yeah,
when it's gonna happen. You know exactly what's gonna happen, but you got to sit here and watch it happen slowly.
I know.
That's
I
like
know.
it's like burning in hell on on a low flame or something. I don't know. It's got to be. So I said, so when the when he passed of the COVID, I said, I asked him, I said, do you want to pray? He was like, fuck no. I've been praying this entire time. Nothing's happening. Fuck God.
Yeah.
And I said, I know where you're coming from, because I said the same thing. When I get the full ride, and then bam, the knee. Um,
Can I when did you when was your son born? Before or after college?
After.
What was his name? Full name? He was Paulie Jr.
I really don't want to discuss it.
All right, babe.
I really don't want to discuss it. But what I could relate to was not so much that, but so much like, um, you're trying to do the right thing, and nothing is working.
I
Like
know.
everything is like the door is shut on you. Like this person had told me like all the research they did and try to do this and try to do that and alternative medicines and all this stuff, and nothing. Nothing
No,
works.
I I guess I feel like you in a way about. I think everybody questions if there's a God, if there's a life after. But I think for me, I think what kind of gives me solace and that has kept me living a quote righteous life is because the Catholicism part. I was raised Catholic and everything, but also I don't know if it's true or not, but I do believe in. I think reincarnation might be for real. I believe we've lived many lives. I think you and I have talked about this behind the scenes, and like we're just not here for no reason. We're here for a reason, and it's kind of like a school. Like we just go through these lives for different things, and but I do
Well,
believe there is an afterlife. I do
well, I
believe
don't know
that.
anything
I
about
really
any of
do.
that. I don't know anything about
I know, but I did a lot of
reincarnation. I
research
don't know
that.
anything about afterlife, heaven, hell, any of that. But what I do know is this: in the same way that I questioned God in those moments where I was like, what the fuck is going on here?"
Yeah, I know.
Is the same way that I kind of embraced God when I'm getting shot at and the bullets are all over the car and nobody's hurt.
Which you always bring that up. Who was shooting at you?
Somebody tried to rob us, me and a friend of mine.
Of your drugs or just rob you, period?
Drugs. It was a bad drug deal. They tried to rob us and unloaded in that car. Nobody got hurt.
Inside the car.
Yes.
Y'all were driving away as it was happening?
Yeah. What happened was the dude gets in the car, gets behind me, sits in the rear in the back seat behind me, pulls the gun on my friend. My friend grabbed the gun. Just it by the grace of God, it was a revolver. Who fucking robs
Mm.
anybody with a revolver? I don't know, but it by the grace of God, it was a revolver because as soon as he pulled the gun, my friend grabbed it and he was pulling the trigger and the hammer was hitting him in the skin. This what do you call
Mm-hmm.
that?
Mm-hmm.
So the hammer was doing like this, hitting him in the in the thing. So he finally grabbed it and got out, but when he got out, he was falling out too. So he fell out and unloaded that gun on that side, and then his friend was I guess he saw the struggle, or whatever, and he was running this way uh, with a shotgun, and he unloaded from that side. So it was like this. But there was no windows in the car, and we had to drive from Sacramento all the way to Fresno with 18 ounces of cocaine in the car,
A
and
shot up car.
in a
I guess
shot
they
up
don't
car,
have police
no
cars
windows.
like on the street on the freeway. Like,
Well, we had to bust out all the windows. It was during the wintertime. We had to bust out all the rest of it because the windows were shattered. So we had to bust out the rest of the windows to hopefully, if the police saw us, wouldn't notice there was no windows in the car.
so this was a bad drug deal that went wrong. Who told you to go? Who told you to go to Sacramento?
Listen, I don't want to elaborate, but here's the thing. Um, we
Sacramento's a far
listen.
cry from
That guy, look,
Fresno.
my friend tells that story. He's like, look, God was with us that day because we
Yeah,
could have
God
died.
had to. God had to choose the lesser of the bad guys to protect. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
So that, and then the police shot at me, damn near point blank range, like literally like feet, like in like less than five. So I was passing him. Them bullet hole. Okay, there's a bullet hole in the front fender of my Tahoe. Bullet hole through the front fender and penetrated the air cleaner. The air cleaner's metal too, but it's made out of like aluminum, like light aluminum. So the
Yeah.
fender is made out of a little bit stronger aluminum, I guess, and then the air cleaner is made of like maybe a little bit lesser qual. I don't know, but it went through the fender and through the air cleaner. So two pieces of metal that it went through. He shot another 2 times in the car. One was in the driver's side door, directly in my direction. The bullet hole was about this big, right? And he had a 40, and it didn't penetrate the glass. It dropped down in the bottom of the door, and then there was a bullet hole in the back quarter panel that went through everything, and ended up in the back seat. So I said, well, another example. And then then I find out what was going on with that, and I have $1 million bail, go through the LA County Jail, and I'm looking at all this 25 years alive, all this time and shit.
And
And
God was
then
with you then.
yeah, and then it was like a movie. It was like, you remember that dude? Remember in that movie Malcolm X, that teacher that told him you'll never be anything or something like that?
Yeah, I remember that
It
part.
was that right there reminded me of my lawyer, or my public pretender, as we call him. And I said, dude, there's something wrong here. Like, there's something wrong. I don't know what's wrong, but something's wrong, right? And I said, I want to fight my own case. So I stood up one day, went to court, and said, Judge, I forgot what I said. You gotta say this certain thing. I forgot what it is, but I said the thing, and they was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, of course. This dude's
When you tell the story in full, you're gonna remember that certain thing you said, right?
what certain thing I said.
Whatever it was you said to the judge, you're gonna remember that,
I
right?
don't
You
know.
should.
I
That
don't
should be
remember.
burnt in your memory forever. But
No, what's burnt in my memory forever is the fact that I said that I want to do that, and they sent me. No, I take that back. When we go to court, they put me in a cell by myself for no
mm-hmm.
reason. For no reason. Now, I had just talked to the dude on the way to court that was telling me about how to fight your own case. I mean, literally, I found out how to do it on the way to court, and then they stick me in a
Were
cell
you
by
in a
myself.
van? Were you okay when they
The
okay?
bus.
You were in jail, right?
Yeah,
Prison
yeah,
or whatever,
yeah,
county jail.
yeah.
You were on your way to court. So were you like in a private van, or was like several other guys with you?
No, it's
What?
a bus. It's a bus.
Okay, who was sitting next to you? The guy who told you how to fight your case?
Actually, it happened. Okay, actually, it happened where I found out about how to fight your case was because in the when you first get there, they take you off the bus, they put you in a cell, right? So then
Mm-hmm.
they sort everything out from there. When we was in the cell, he was talking about, and I was asking questions like this, that, and the other, and I forgot this thing, and I can find out what it is. But he says, yeah, you stand up, you say this in court, blah blah blah, and then you're off to the races. And so I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, damn, I should probably do that. Now, um, the odds of that happening, to put this dude who's not only fighting his own case but willing to share what you need to do to be in his same situation and fight the case, put me next to him, and him being willing to answer all my questions, that I have a ton of them. Uh, you know, something to be said about that. And then after that, put me in a
You were
cell.
alone in the cell with this
No,
man?
no, it's all of us in there, and like we're all talking, and and I was asking him questions about that, and he was answering it, right. And then after that, before I go to court, for some odd reason, they put me in a cell by myself, all by myself, nobody else. I don't know why they did
Okay.
it. To this day, I don't know why they did it. But while I was in that cell,
How old
I
were you?
prayed.
How old were you?
This was 2005, so I was 34. While I was in there, I prayed for strength and
Mm.
walked into court, told them I want to fight my own case, and was off to the races from there.
You actually asked God for
Yes,
strength?
and that and proceeding pro se. No, it's actually called pro per, where I don't know what the difference between pro se and pro per is, but you call it going pro per, but it's a certain thing. I think it's a statute or something. I don't know. I forgot. But he told me what to say, and I said it.
He
I
said
didn't know
it.
what the.
Joe John said, which means that you are representing yourself. You said you maybe California has a different way of saying it, a different terminology for it.
Because I've heard of pro se, but they call it pro per. I don't know what the difference is. Pro se and pro per, it's similar. I don't know if pro se is
And this was 2005.
yeah, I don't know if pro se is civil and pro per is criminal. Pro se litigant. I'm not sure if that's civil or criminal though. I've heard of pro se, but they don't call us pro se. They call us pro per. So whatever that means. But that's not what you say. It's something else. I forgot. I'll look it up.
You're gonna remember for the next time, but that was like you were 34 years old. How much time were you facing?
25 to life.
For what charge?
Attempted murder on the police.
And you got your case when by the time, how long did it, just the total months or whatever, however long it took you to fight your case, how long was it?
That's probably like 8 or 10 months or something like that.
And you learned a lot about legal jargon. That's why you
every single day in, day out.
So that plausible
shit.
that plausible deniable shit that you said to me, you got that from that time.
No, I've been knew that already.
Oh,
because I've been
okay.
dealing with motherfuckers like you all the time.
Well, that's what I meant. I meant you.
No, I've been dealing with motherfuckers like you, and I've been doing plausible deniability. I don't even think
There's
that's
no motherfuckers like me.
I don't even think that's a legal term.
So it took you 8 months, and you went from 25 years to life, which means that you would basically still be in prison right now. You're just getting out.
Yeah, you gotta go to parole to get out.
Yeah, but you probably would have got early parole because California was releasing people early.
No. You gotta go to parole board to get out. So in other words, you gotta talk upon your freedom.
But 25 years means you would have had to serve minimum 25 years.
Yeah, he said John said pro se and pro per come from Latin and essentially mean for one's own purpose. I don't know the difference between pro se and pro per though. I know that.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Joe John. Thanks.
I don't know the difference between pro se and pro per. Let me look it up. But go ahead. What were you saying?
So basically, you got it down from, all right, if you would have got 25 years to life in California, that means you would have to serve minimum 25 years, right?
No, it's like 85% of that. The term pro per and pro se are equivalent in court. Pro se refers to representing yourself in any type of legal matter without the benefit of legal counsel. A petitioner in pro per is a person who appears before a court without a legal representative or lawyer. So pro se means you have the assistance of a lawyer. Let's see, hold on. Pro se refers to representing yourself in court in any type of legal matter without the benefit of legal counsel. A petitioner in pro per is a person who appears before a court without a legal representative or lawyer. They both sound exactly the same. I don't know.
But in legal terms, the judge and attorney terms, they probably know there's a slight difference in the wording. But okay, so 85% of 25 years, so that would have been like what? You would have got like, you had to do 20 years? About 20? 15?
It's whatever 85% of 25 is. Probably like 22 or 23.
So you would have just been getting out a few 2000.
No.
Wow, no. You would have.
That was 2005. 20, let's say 22 years from 2005 to 2007.
You still be locked up or just getting out. One or the other.
If I was still alive, because I would have gone to level 4, and level 4 is no joke.
And level 4 means that
it's the highest level you can get.
And what is level 4 in state prison?
Serious, all business, all the time.
What does that mean? I don't know. For us lay people who don't imagine going to prison for any length of
No
time
grab
like that.
assing, no games, no nothing. Serious business, 24 hours a day.
What does that mean? To the
Serious
to the
business.
lay person, to the
No,
civilians.
to a civilian, play no games. We're playing no games in here. There's no games in here.
So you would have went to Supermax, Supermax, Max, Max, right?
No, you go to prison, and
I know. Every
you
state
go
got
to
their own
where
Supermax, right? That's level 4.
no Supermax is in the county jail.
Joe John said, "Thank you, Google."
Yeah. Let me see. I don't even see anything, but let me see. Oh, level 4. This would be if this was metal. This is what you would call a bone crusher.
Okay.
It's sharp on this end. It's really sturdy, really really nice fit. You gotta have have tape on the end and have a nice little grip on it. And you would use that to crush some bones, especially around the heart. So that's the difference between a level 4 and
But
a. Go ahead.
I mean, they let guys like that walk around. I mean, you're not like in lockup 24/7. That's what I'm talking about when I say Supermax.
Yeah, sure.
You're still walking around like you're normal and shit. Like it's just a regular everyday
everybody's
prison.
a killer. Everybody's there, or you're there. Listen, you're on level 4 for a reason. You're not just there because they didn't have any space in the level 1. You're there for a reason.
But you didn't kill anybody. It was attempted. Person's still alive.
Doesn't matter. You got all day. They call it. You got all day. You go into level 4 because it goes by points. And if you're there, if you're gonna be, you got 25 alive. You got an L. You got an elbow is what they call it. You got an elbow. You're going to level 4. Mandatory.
So that means anything can jump off.
At any time, for any reason.
So do they still have the separation of the races and all that bullshit there?
Everywhere. Of course.
So there's still shot callers and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
So the shot callers in there for a serious crime as well, and so will all the people who came in there before
Everybody's there. Everybody is there. Like everybody. It's like that's like the difference between professional football and little league football.
So that's pro ball.
4, you got level 4, where a motherfucker will kill you because you wanted to trade your tomorrow's soup for today's piece of garlic bread or something, and you don't come through with the soup. Look,
how did you know about that? How do you know about that? Did somebody tell you? I mean, because somebody had to tell you it was like that.
It's similar to Preston. Preston is like the baby that.
So, but how did you know? What prison in California would you have went to that has that reputation?
Well, you have people that, like, when you do so much time, your points drop. So you got people that come from that environment and come into your environment.
And they all tell the same story, basically.
And sometimes they go right back because the lower level of custody, the more game players you have. And if you come from a situation where there's nobody playing no games, and then you go to a situation where everybody's playing games, you may not want to play games, and they want to play games, and so you got to let them know. It's what we called. You got to put a demo down.
Okay, I don't want to hear anymore. So, no, I just want to know before. You're okay, right? People can play games. Can I play games? I just want to know if I can play games. If I can't play games, just tell me I can't play games.
No. When I say play games, I mean like try you.
I know
Like,
exactly what you're
if you
saying. I
bet a
know.
couple of noodles on the game, they want to say, nah, I ain't paying you, shit like that. Listen, you get a guy come from level 4 and playing games.
Offer some noodles.
Yes. Yes.
You make that shit sound so fucking normal. It's not.
Yes.
It's not.
Yes.
All this shit about everything. Everything. I'm talking about CYA, the prison system. Everything that you have said from the time that you have been doing all of this. None of that shit is normal, Paul.
Right here? Do you see these right here?
What about him?
If you was in my cell and these were unopened when I left and I come back and you're in my cell and these motherfuckers is open.
What if somebody snuck in and did it?
With the bone crusher. With what?
But what if somebody snuck in and did it and I was asleep and I didn't see him?
Guess what? You should have saw him.
Are you really gonna like do that for real? For real? If let's be honest.
100%.
Over some fucking open pretzels.
If you open my bag of pretzels and didn't ask me for some, man, you getting that work.
This is only for prison, right? This isn't like for regular life, civilian life, right?
What are we talking about? Regular life or prison life?
I don't know anymore. I want to make sure that you can. I want to make sure that you can. I
thought you was old dog. What happened?
I want to. No, I want to make sure. I want to make sure that you.
Dog, you know, dog.
Whatever. I want to make sure you can differentiate between civilian, open up pretzels without telling me, and prison opening up pretzels without telling me.
Pretzels.
Whatever. Don't touch your shit, period, without asking.
Yeah. As you shouldn't anyway. Why'd you open it? My shit.
That screaming that you did on me that day, babe.
I was in a riot where 7 people had to be airlifted out of there. Guess why?
They ate somebody's pretzels and didn't ask?
No. They bumped into somebody, didn't say excuse me.
Y'all with that dumb shit again. I believe it. I believe it.
7 people had to get airlifted.
Was it like a bump, like say, like you're walking down the street and you're like just accidentally bump into somebody and you just forgot to say excuse me?
You say excuse me. And usually what happens,
you better not ride New York City subways.
No, listen, it's different. It's like in prison, it's a different deal. Like for example, if like in everyday life somebody bumps into you and they make an exception to say excuse me, that dude's been somewhere before. Because most people don't. Most people don't give a fuck. But if you've been groomed to if you bump into someone, it becomes a habit, and it's actually a show of respect. Like you bump it, oh my bad, homie, my bad. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you a punk.
No, I say excuse me all the time, regardless. I'm like, oh, excuse me.
Here's the thing: some people will do that and not say excuse me because they haven't been groomed, and that's when you have to do the grooming. You have to put a demo down and let these people know why they should say excuse me. That's the whole point.
I'm going to tell you something. And I don't know. We might not be friends after. I don't have no idea. But that day that you screamed on me, all jokes aside. No, okay. The day that your octave levels were on 10 times over 10. Okay.
No, my decibel levels was
whatever
1 or 2 above yours. But go ahead.
No, it was not.
Yeah,
above. It was not 1 or 2.
You were up above octave 2. But go ahead.
You must not know. You must not know how you sound. I mean, maybe it was a buildup over a couple of days of shit that was getting on your nerves with me and, you. But, honey, that that shit was over. That shit was that was maniac shit. That wasn't even like screaming. And I'm gonna tell you, I've had fights with boyfriends. I've had fights with guys. Ain't nobody. They yelled. We yelled at each other, but it was never like what you did. And it was never like that. Even my father was crazy, but he yelled, but he never yelled like you. And he even yelled in a foreign language. And it still didn't sound like what you did. But it wasn't what you said. It was how you were saying it. I felt like I was being browbeaten over the phone. It was like, nah, that's not true. That's not what you said. Now say it again. Repeat it again. I'm like, no, I didn't mean that. You didn't even let me finish. I couldn't even finish, but I know how it would have been had I been a dude alone with you someplace and you really wanted information out of me. I would have been nervous if I was the dude.
Here's the thing, though. You have to remember.
What?
You have to remember that we come from different places.
You sure do.
We've had different experiences.
Yes, we sure have.
I don't take kindly to people that when they're called on something, instead of admitting what they did, they come up with everything under the sun to explain away what.
But you didn't want to believe me, and Brown Skin Lady was proof that how I said it was how I meant it.
First of all, Brown Skin Lady was not proof. So there you go again.
Okay,
Brown
all
Skin
right.
Lady is not proof of anything.
All right.
One. Number two, because she's basically listening to the story and saying it has an opinion. There's no proof there. See, that's what I'm talking about. Then you're gonna say then you got mad because I kept saying plausible deniability. You even mentioned it tonight. You were getting really upset that I was saying that the ... was you creating some plausible deniability.
No one.
Hold on. Then you were trying to figure out where the hell did I get that word from and where does that come from? What? It's two English words that were put together: plausible and deniability.
Because we were having an argument, and I was just saying we were just
right. You were just saying. Anything. Look, when it came into your mind, you just let it go, and you were hoping that was enough to get me to stop saying what I was saying, and it made it worse because I knew you was full of shit. Almost everything. Listen, when something ain't right, it ain't gonna never say. When something ain't right, it ain't gonna never be right. No matter how much. Listen, you put mustard, ketchup, onions, jalapenos, sauteed mushrooms, all that shit on a shit sandwich. It's still gonna always be a.
But if I was telling you what I meant that's what the problem was. I was telling you the word I used, and you were like, "Fuck that! You lying! Tell me what you really meant to say." And every time I tried to open my mouth to say anything, you were like, wrong answer. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. That was you. But higher. The voice was higher and more crazy. Oh, God.
I'll tell you why.
And I haven't been able to get it out of my head.
Listen, I'll tell you why.
Look at you. Look how you look. Look how you look on camera. Look at your voice. Look at your face. Oh my God. Nobody would ever know. No. Oh my God. Your face doesn't match anything.
I'll tell you. Listen, I'll tell you everything you want to know. Here's the reason why. Every time I asked you the same question, you had a different answer. You were like Kamala Harris the other night when Charlemagne asked her six different times about Joe Manchin.
There were no different answers. You didn't give me a chance to even say anything. As soon as I would say something.
Now you're lying.
No, every time I would say something, you would just cut it off. You would be like, "No, that's not what you meant to say."
No,
and then you would keep
you
going.
said, okay, listen to what you just said. You said every time you would say something.
Try to get a word out.
I had an issue with you every time you said something, because every time you said something, it was different. You were trying to, in real time, come up with a reason for whatever you did.
I could.
Yes, you did. Because you had a different explanation. Every 5 minutes, you had a different explanation.
I felt like I was in Guantanamo Bay. I got no sleep. You were waterboarding me. That's all you needed to do next was fucking waterboard me and shit.
Right.
And then you brought me back into the interrogation
maybe
room.
I should have waterboarded you, and maybe I would have got the truth.
I mean,
because none of that shit you were talking about was true at all.
And it was, and then, did you do it? Or did you not? Did you mean to say this, or did you? You sound like you know those mobster movies and shit. That's what you sound like. You sound like Robert De Niro or Joe Pesci in one of those crazy roles.
Joe John said it was like trying to nail jelly to a tree.
But he doesn't know. He doesn't even know what it is we're talking about.
It doesn't matter. Look, if you ask a person a question, why did you do this? And you ask that person 6 different times and you get 6 different answers.
99, the 99 thing with the ... Why didn't you believe that it could be
the community, making sure the community wide?
No.
Yes.
Yo, David, if I was in the room with him while he was doing that shit, and listen, I'm not a scary punk or pussy or anything, but I would have been like, I would have said whatever the fuck he wanted me to say just so I could get out. I would be trying to figure out, how do I get the fuck away from this man?
Like I'm hostage or something.
It's that voice. You're a liar. I don't know. That voice, that the way you were screaming, I could imagine your face. There's no way you could scream at me and look like this.
First of all, I wasn't screaming. I was just elevated slightly higher than you.
Nobody believes that.
They all believe it. You're loud here. You're loud right now.
That's my mic. Let me bring that shit back down.
You're naturally loud. You naturally like to be loud.
No, I don't.
They heard you on FYF Sports. They couldn't get a word in edgewise because you're so fucking loud. You are loud.
I wasn't louder than you that day, and I couldn't even get a word in.
Put your mic on 10 just to be loud.
It's not on 10.
You have a mic on your phone that's on 12.
Dude,
turn it on.
If I would have had you on speaker, all of my neighbors would have fucking heard you. That's how loud you were.
They would have heard you. They would have heard me just slightly over you.
They would have been like, "Who is she?
Look,
who is she talking to? Who's doing that screaming like that?"
Let's look at this. Let's look at this comment right here.
Okay, am I loud right now?
Yes. You're loud.
I lowered my volume.
Knocking on my door right now, tell me to shut the fuck up. Talking too fucking loud.
You were scary, and I want you to apologize. I want you to apologize for scaring me.
Apologize for being scary?
Yes. No, apologize for scaring me.
No.
Say sorry.
No, sorry.
Say, I apologize for making you nervous, Marilyn.
No.
You on the other side of the fucking continent and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? I would have been nervous in your presence. All that shit I was talking would have shut me though. If you would have did what you did to me in like in a closed environment like that fucking truck, I would have been trying to get out.
Hold on. What you mean nervous? Hold on. Ain't you the one that said?
No.
I want to see
you
talk to me like that in person.
Yeah, I before you screamed on me like that, yeah, I did. I wanted to see you in person.
No, you said no.
I did.
That ain't
Before
what
you
said.
screamed on me like that, and you were talking because you were talking shit in normal tones, right? But that was different. So yeah, I wanted to see you as you were doing that. But no, but I wanted to see you as you were yelling at me like you did that day. No.
Because you have a tendency to cut people off too.
David Dundee says Marilyn shots, but you do have a pretty voice. You sound like a black Latina. Oh, I guess I should say thank you. Is that good? Is that good?
You kind of sound like that judge.
No, the fuck I don't. I do not sound like her. She's boring. She was putting me to sleep. I was so happy when you turned it off.
Very soothing, though.
Yeah, that sleep voice.
Very soothing. Yes, I sentence you to 914 years. Good luck to you. You like, did I just get 914 years?
Can I ask you a question? Because if this ever happens to me again in the future with somebody else, the way you were screaming on me, right? Since we're friends.
Screaming, I was slightly.
Nah, nigga, you were off your fucking rocker. Let's not do that. You were off your rocker.
I was 1 to 2 decibels louder than you, but go ahead.
You were off your rocker. Now, if that ever happens,
they already said you loud already. They already said you loud already. Here, matter of fact, where is it at? Where is it at? Let's go back. Where did he go? Did you erase it?
How would you suggest a woman handle that type of situation?
Tell the truth.
No. I mean, not with you.
Tell the truth.
No, like.
Tell the truth.
Like when someone's screaming like that.
No, tell the truth.
And
if you tell the truth. Like, listen.
What type of?
Listen.
I tried telling you the truth, and you didn't want to hear it.
You're loud now.
I tried telling.
Look, you're loud.
I'm gonna sound like that fucking judge. I tried telling you the truth. I tried telling you the truth, but you didn't want to hear it. You didn't want to hear nothing. You just wanted to whoop my ass. If I was a dude,
whoop your ass. If I was, no, whooping ass. No,
that's what it sounds like. It sounds scary like that.
They never know when to leave it alone. Calm down. Just calm.
John. That was him.
Do you have that app, Calm?
John, that was Trucker. That was Trucker. I was like this. I was talking like this.
Stop it.
I was like, I couldn't even talk. It was like anytime I said anything, he just went in and in and in. And it's like, dude.
Listen.
Then he hung up on me.
Listen, you can't lie to me. Why? Listen, people want to do a couple of things to me all the time, and I have no idea why. You know, one of them is lie. Do you know how easy it is to decipher a discernible lie?
Okay, somebody whose voice sounded like yours. Remember, I didn't see your face. I wasn't there. But if I was in a predicament where the person sounded like you, what type of voice should I use to calm them down?
The truth.
But what if the truth has been said and the person doesn't believe it?
Because it's probably not the truth.
We're not talking about you.
We're talking about your truth. We're talking about the truth, not your.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about.
No.
Pretend that was one of your nieces.
We're some random person. Yeah. We're not talking about your truth. We're talking about the truth.
All right.
You remember when what's that? What was the press secretary for Donald Trump?
He had several, 2 or 3, right?
The blonde-haired lady that helped him get elected. The one that had the husband that was a Republican. They used to bash him all the time. What is her name?
Blonde?
Yes.
The very, very last one. I don't know who the first one is. I know he
It
had
was the
Paul.
one. It was the
He
one
had.
that she was the. It was the one that she was the. She was the pole expert, and she helped him get because it was what the Lewandowski dude that got him to a certain point, and then they got rid of him, and they got the real professionals in there, and she was the pole guru. I can't remember her name, but anyway, she came up with the term. She coined the term alternative facts. I thought that was dope.
Oh,
Now, if you would have
Kelly.
said, whatever,
Kelly.
no, is it Kelly?
Yeah,
Anyway,
it was
anyway,
Kelly, the scarecrow
an-
looking chick. Yeah, her. I know you're talking
anyway,
about.
anyway, if you come with some shit like that, I would have shut the fuck up. I knew it would have been a lie, but it was so brilliant in your lie, I would have just shut the fuck up. Cause listen, I'm gonna tell you another story. I'm gonna tell you a story. It was one time I was walking into a Wendy's. I'll never forget it. Cause I end up buying an item from this gentleman and didn't get the item on purpose. I bought
Mm-hmm.
the item because the item was an item, and I liked the item, but I didn't know the item was an item.
I don't know what you're saying, but whatever.
No, that was I used to watch Howard Stern pranks, and they used to call these uh these small town like phone in shows. They used to sell stuff, and that was one of the prank calls. And he said because dude was like, "Well, what is the item?" He's like, "It's an item, but it's an item, and it's a big item." What is the item? So what happened was I walking into the Wendy's, and the dude says, I got this gold chain I'm selling. You want to buy it? I said, is that right? I said, I don't really buy jewelry off the street, but is it real? He said, yeah, of course it's real, man. What the fuck you talking about? I don't sell no fake jewelry. I said, let me see it. So I said, man, this ain't right here. 14 karat gold P. You know what he told me? Listen, have you ever seen a gold plated piece of jewelry? I just want to ask you that.
Yeah, I have.
Have you ever seen it where it says 14 karat 14 kp no 14 kp and the P
I don't
circle?
remember. I don't remember. I just know that it's not
Oh,
like 100% gold. So
I saw it on there where it says 14 karat gold or 14 kg, and then it had a P and it was circled. You know what P stands for, right?
plated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
you know? Do you know what he told me it stood for?
No. What did he tell you?
He said that ain't plated. That means it was made in Paris. I gave him $20 just for the explanation. I said,
Because
keep
it
that.
was
I'm gonna
funny.
give you 20. Yeah, I'm gonna give you. No, it was clever. I said I'm gonna give you $20 just for lying to me and telling me a good story. He said, "Man, they ain't played. It was made in Paris." I said, "Oh hell no! Here's $20, man. Here you go."
Okay, so you're not gonna say sorry to me.
Absolutely not. I didn't do nothing. Let's see, lie, shout out spectacularly, and traffic court judge dismissed it out of admiration and shock.
Who, Joe John?
No, lie so spectacular, traffic court judge dismissed it out of admiration and shock. Yeah, yeah, Jojo. Hell no, what I do? I didn't do shit. You the one lying. You need to apologize for lying.
Do you really think I called you a bitch?
I know. I think that you use that specific rap lyric for a reason. I think you put those dots in there for plausible deniability, for a reason. That's what I think. But you never admitted to any of that. But it's obvious that that's what you did because A, the verse you chose, and the dot you used. There's no. That's like saying,
I got
"Hey."
99 problems, but a nigga
That's
ain't
like
one.
saying. It's like saying, "Hey, Marilyn."
I got 99
Wait,
problems, but
wait,
a
wait,
nigga
wait.
ain't
Hold on,
one.
hold on,
I
hold on,
wish I would have
hold
typed
on,
it in
hold on,
there.
hold
I
on, hold
really
on,
wish I would
hold
have
on.
typed it.
Look, then you even then. Matter of fact, you came up with a whole new one when Brown Skin Lady was on because you said you were too tired to type the rest and you just put the dots in
I
there.
didn't
Anyway,
feel like it. It was
wait a
just
minute,
three
wait,
dots.
whatever. Hold on. Listen, that's like you saying, I said, "Hey, Marilyn, why is your boyfriend not breathing under your bed? Oh, he passed out under there." That don't make any sense. You know, you busted me in the head and threw him under the bed so nobody will see. That don't make any sense. He passed out under there. I don't know what he was doing under there. He went under there and passed out.
He does that a lot.
Yeah, he does that all the time.
And no, I don't
I
ask him questions because he's verbally abusive and physical abusive. So I don't ask him any questions.
right, right. He's just under there right now. Did you know he was dead? No, but
No,
I
he's
can see it
alive.
now. No, I see it now that you've mentioned that. That's you. That was you. And then you came up with a whole new story. Oh, Brown Skin Lady. Oh, I was so
All right. Can I
tired.
ask you a
Oh
question?
my
All right. All
God, I
right.
was
Can I ask you a
tired.
question?
Oh.
If it was bitch, right? You still would have been mad either way, nigga or bitch. What difference? You still would have
No,
been mad either way.
no, no. I was more mad at the punk shit way that you did that because if you're gonna do that, just call me a bitch. All right, be old dog. Don't be no dog. Cause you
Cause
was
then you
being
would have
no
got
dog.
mad. Cause you would have got extra mad. You still would have got mad, and you would have got
No, it
extra
wouldn't have.
mad because I called you a bitch.
I would have hung up on you because then I don't have conversations with people to call me a bitch. If you're gonna
See?
call me a bitch, then we don't need to talk no more ever again in life.
But I didn't. I didn't call you a bitch. I called you. I
You
meant
did it in a way that I would compare that to what biracial Pee Wee Herman dickhead do.
stop bringing them up. Don't bring those people up, please.
The cowards.
I mean, that's what you called me. You called me that in several videos. Annoying ass.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't like that. But that's what I get because I'm dealing with somebody and
But
I should
listen,
have known better. Because
but
nigga,
listen,
you vlog your whole entire fucking life and you've been doing that shit for 10 years
but listen,
almost.
but listen.
You're supposed to
But
keep shit to yourself.
that's what I said. I don't keep shit because ain't nobody gonna do it. But look,
No, you're supposed to keep shit to yourself.
I don't keep
Some
shit to myself
things.
because ain't nobody gonna do nothing. But look, just like I said, that the dude that went and defaced Nipsey Hussle's mural put his fucking name on that. If you're gonna do something, and I'm not saying you should do that, but what I'm saying is when you do something, put your fucking name on it. Stand on that. Why are you doing shit like these idiots? They fucking do all this talk, all this shit, and we don't see none of their faces ever. That's pussy shit. I don't condone pussy shit. If you're a subscriber to these pussies, you condone pussy shit. Even if
The
you don't
thing
like me. Even
the
if you
thing
don't
that
like me, you're co-signing the pussy shit.
the thing that,
You're
that,
in the
that
pussy pool. You're in the pussy pool and you co-sign that shit, right? I don't condone that shit. Listen, like I did I was talking about on one of a previous live that there was a dude that came out of a bar and sucker punched a dude. He knocked him out. He bust his head on something and died. Now he's
mm,
got 10 years. Because you're a pussy. You got 10 years for being pussy. You don't sock somebody from behind somebody else. That wasn't even your fight. And the reason why I know it wasn't your fight, because you punched somebody from behind somebody else. I seen another I seen another video on YouTube with this little kid. They didn't show it. This little kid walked up behind someone. He was probably taller than him. I don't know the heights or whatever, but he was probably a good foot taller than the little kid. And I don't know what it was, a white kid, and he might have been Hispanic or black. But I don't know what the taller kid did to the shorter kid, but he had brass knuckles on, and he was about to walk up to this kid. They didn't show it. I saw it on YouTube. They didn't show it, but he's about to walk up on the kid and punch him in the face from behind. That's pussy shit. Who's teaching you that? You don't get no strike. Like we used to have this saying, when you go through shit, you don't get no stripes for that. Listen, if you let's say, for example, you get into it with somebody that's a bully, he's way bigger than you and all that, and you have to get at him while he's taking a shit. Let's see, Hood Trucker, did you hear about the rapper Draco, the ruler, getting stabbed in the neck and dying at a LA concert? LA, yeah, I heard about that. I haven't heard a lot about it, but it's another story. I was thinking about doing a story on that, or somebody sent me another story about a guy arrested in vicious kidnapping assault caught on doorbell camera in East Charlotte. Somebody sent me that. Let's see. It's this one right here. I don't know, East Charlotte. I don't know the details of that, but his mother must be proud. But
Was this recent?
yeah, the person that sent me that lives in Charlotte, and they were not happy about it at all. It was 4 days ago. They were not happy about it. I haven't had a chance to look at it. But apparently, I guess it was a home invasion or something. What was it? What did they say? Arrests, vicious kidnapping assault of doorbell camera. And he said, I just seen.
Was it? Did the person know did the attacker know these
Again,
people?
I didn't get a chance to look at the story, but I seen today where some lady pulled up on somebody's house. It's Christmas time. Pulled up on somebody's house and just grabbed their package off the front of the door, and they were on ring cam and everything, and they had them on the news and everything. Had the car on there. I don't know if they had any license plates or anything, but you pull up to people's house and taking packages off a doorstep. That's the most raggediest fucking bitch made fucking crime you can possibly
But
commit. I
everybody's
don't
been
like
doing
thieves.
that. I know,
I
but
don't like
everybody
thieves,
does. They've been
period.
doing that for years. They've been doing that for years.
Yeah, but I don't like thieves, period.
If you don't like thieves, if you know that you're not going to be home, you should have an address to pick up your shit. I'm sorry, you should, right?
Ideally, yes, but that's
That's
it's
their
Christmas
job.
time.
The
You still
people, the
look.
people
It's
who
people that
steal
go.
packages are working. Those are working thieves. They are
Listen,
canvassing
it's
the neighborhood to see what they can
listen.
steal.
It's
It's
people.
unfortunate, but it's what
I
it
had
is.
look. My ex-girlfriend went shopping, and I told her about it. I said, "Why the fuck do you always carry so much cash with you?" She went shopping and went to get one last little gift or something from somebody, and had like 5 bands in the trunk. Thought that putting her purse in the trunk was going to do something.
When
Put
you
the
say
purse in the
five
trunk
bands, are you talking about she's walking around $5,000 in
in
cash?
cash, yes, and
For
then
what purpose? That's
uh,
ridiculous.
because she didn't have credit cards. And I told her time and time again, if put your money, stop. But you can't. Some people don't understand. Like, for example, like, you remember that girl
Man,
that
she could have bought
said
a whole bunch of gift cards. There's no way I would have nothing.
she look, it, there's all kinds of different ways you could have done that. But anyway, okay. Long story short, they broke into the car, stole not only all her Christmas gifts, but her money too. But here's the thing. Do you remember that girl that said you can't date her if you pay on a credit card?
I don't remember that. No.
It was a girl. She was a younger woman, and she said you cannot date her unless you pay cash for the date. Because if you pay on a credit card, that means you don't have the money, and you need to pay for it later.
Who said? Was she black?
She actually said that.
She was black, right? That sounds like something. And I don't want to put it. I don't
Hold
want.
on.
I don't want
Let
to
me
make it a
see.
race thing, but I can only picture somebody
Hold on.
black
Hold on.
actually admitting that, saying that on TV, on camera.
Hold on. Let's see. Girl. Won't. Let's see. Let's see. Accept date on credit card. Let's see. She mad because she got to pay for the date. Let's see. Man, that's. Let's see. Yeah, it's not. I think it was on Instagram or something where the girl, she says, if you take her on a date, you have to pay cash or something like that. Let me see. Let me see real quick. If you take her on a date, you must pay cash. No, it's a black girl. Let me see. It's not up here. All these niggas with these pimp tutorials. Folks Alert doing something about Sinful to Pete. Let me look on regular Google. Let me see.
They really don't like Sinful to P. They just don't. And you said these are former pimps, right? These the people, former pimps and an ex prostitute who are the hosts of that show.
Yeah.
Why do they dislike Sinful to P so much? What has he done? What I
Because
mean,
he had a baby with an underage woman, with an underage girl.
Oh, because she was underage.
Won't
But if she
allow
was
him to
of
pay
age, they wouldn't care.
Of course. If you pimping and she's an adult, I mean she's an adult. See, woman won't allow him to pay for a date on credit card. On credit card. Let me see. It's probably on Google. Credit card. What would you do if a man take you out on a date if you could pay? No, let's see.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care how he paid for it as long as he paid for it. I mean, that sounds so ridiculous. Some of these dating gurus, these dating shows, they're so fucking stupid, man. It's just dumb.
Gentlemen speak. You're wrong for wanting him to pay on a date. He think his own to pay for shit. Let's see how to get. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
Do a show on that. Do a show on that.
On
Do
I
a
was supposed to
show.
do a show on
Romance without finance. Use that picture.
As a matter of fact,
Romance without finance.
Right. Let's see, girl. Let's see.
And use that picture. Don't put, shit. You know what picture to use.
My husband wants me to pay half of everything. Yeah. I can't. I don't know. I remember. It's from a few years ago. Let's see. Let me try one more thing. Girl says you must.
Oh, I never should have said that. Well, you know what picture to use though, regardless, because you know how these people like to steal your fucking titles and shit. These people steal a lot of the things that you say and do on here. And I'm not talking about the trolls either. They know who I'm talking to. They know exactly who I'm talking to. Yes, I see you. Yes, I know exactly what you're doing. And there are no coincidences. You're fucking copycats. And not and dude, they do it's like things that they never all that stuff that you and I talked about behind the scenes, I'm seeing like out there. I'm like, nobody was doing this. Copycats, fucking copycats.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Now, should I say pay homage to you?
What? Pay on me for what?
They should
What I
all
do?
pay homage since they're already stealing your ideas and copying you.
Say, hey, you're right, Trucker. That Adam 22 character is a clown. I seen somewhere someone said he was a pedophile. Who? Adam 22?
Who's Adam 22?
I call him. Folks Alert calls him, and I'm gonna start calling him too. That's Adam 12. You know what
Is that,
Adam
is, that
12
a, is
is?
that a pimp?
Adam
Is that
12?
Sinful to P? Who is that?
No,
Is that a code for
Adam
somebody?
Adam 22 is a podcast who has Sharp the Pimp on his podcast now.
Oh, okay. So David, you're hip to that type of you listen to that pimps. I didn't know anything about that till this man right here put me on the Folks Alert. And I try to avoid looking at Folks Alert stuff. I'm like, why am I watching this
So
shit?
interesting. It's so interesting though.
It's so
They
gutter. And
they
but you
did a
know,
whole thing on Sharp the Pimp the other day.
they did, and I didn't watch it, but I love the person who's the head. I don't know, the caster, newscaster.
Yeah.
He has a nice voice. He sounds like that judge, as a matter of fact. He has that voice like that judge. You know,
But did you hear about what they're doing to Simple P right now?
I don't know what's close. You are keeping up with that? So what's happening? Why don't they like Sinful to P? I don't like him because I don't like pimps. Like I don't like pimps. Period. So knowing that he fucked a 14 or 15-year-old girl, then he had nerve to call her a bitch. Then he said that her family was prostituting her out, as if all of that makes it okay. You had sex with a 14, 15-year-old girl raw. That's the only way she got pregnant. The only way.
There, look. Well, he don't like Sharp the Pimp now. Sharpie called him.
What does Sharp the Pimp do?
He's a pimp.
Yeah, but they're all pimps. I mean, but he's a pimp, but they're all pimps, even the people who are talking.
But
So
he's a pimp. They got Pimp of the Year
okay.
with no hoes.
All right, so how do you get Pimp of the Year with no hoes?
Allegedly, you can pay for it.
But isn't it trafficking then? Don't they consider that part of trafficking? Being
I
a
don't know,
pimp
but
with
look,
prostitutes?
he
How do you pay for it?
he
You can.
doesn't display proper pimp etiquette. Number one.
What is proper pimp etiquette? Because I don't know what it is.
Well, first of all, he's married. Number
You ain't
one.
supposed to be married and be a pimp, even if your wife approves.
No. Also, he lives in a one-bedroom apartment, according to Kiko. Folks Alert. Not supposed to be living in a one-bedroom apartment. And also,
He lives out in California.
I don't know where he lives at. I think he lives in Vegas. Oh, also, his wife, aka, excuse me, which I would think would be your bottom bitch, works at the Salvation Army. Yes, they say Adam 22 has old tweets about rape and young girls that had been deleted. Sharp the Pimp is cool. He don't need Adam 22. Adam 22 offered Sharp the Pimp a job because it would boost ratings. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't think Sharp is a pimp. Because he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't display pimp etiquette, proper pimp etiquette. Uh, he said, "I think Sharp because have on plan be very successful." Well, he got caught buying Instagram live views. Because guess what Kiko did? You want to know what he did?
Yeah, me and David want to know what he did. I don't
Look.
even know who these people are. But what did how do you get caught buying Instagram live views?
Because what Kiko pointed out was that uh, Sharp the Pimp uh, views was fluctuating between 596 and 602. It didn't go above 602, didn't go below 596 on how
Mm-hmm.
throughout the duration of the live. Okay.
Okay.
There's a feature on Instagram that you can click on the eye and it pulls up everybody's profile that's on live right now. There was a there was an there was an enormous amount of people, bots presumably, that had 0 posts and very few followers, any at all, and were following a few people. Now, he was pointing out that this is a clear indication of a bot. If you have no posts, yet you follow people and people follow you. Okay, so there was a collection. He was just coming, just doing like random. So there was a nice collection of those, and then he went on Google and typed in, "Can you buy Instagram live views?" And the answer is yes. And they even went so far as to tell you how you have to do it. So you have to go on, you start the live, and then as you're on live, you have to buy them, and then they'll incrementally come live until you purchase all you've purchased, and then it stays at that level until you're done with your live.
But Instagram and YouTube, they'll punish you. They punish the channel once they find out. They might not ban you or just get rid of you, but you'll be shadow banned, and you're not going to show up on people's home pages. They
Well,
will punish you for that. They punish you.
You don't care about being shadow banned if you're buying views anyway. Why would you care?
But you're buying views, but don't you want to show up but the views aren't real views. And even sponsors will know that.
That's why people buy followers. That's why people buy views. That's why people buy all kinds of stuff. You can buy views on YouTube.
There are people that try to, they try to say that you bought your views, and I'm like, do you? And I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say it. I'm going to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. When you and I were working on your channel together, you earned every fucking view. All those people are real. I mean, you worked hard for that, and you're still working hard for it.
But they also said I wasn't a real truck driver too.
What? You're not a real truck driver?
Yeah, they said I was in an RV or something. And then they just come. I was like,
but
where did you get that from?
But why do people do that though? Why do people? Now you can't tell that I'm not. You don't know what race I am over the live, but I'm black. But you can clearly tell that I am black. In some shape or form, I sound black, don't I? I think.
Yeah, I guess you could.
And like to say that I'm not black just because.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, somebody said I wasn't black, and they said you don't call me nigger because you're not black.
They said I wasn't black either. So they said everything under the sun. Like dude called in and said I was talking about Kwame Brown for 15 minutes. That's terrible.
We haven't talked about that man. Well, you haven't talked about him in forever.
But he was talking about you said you would never talk about him. You talked to him for 15 minutes.
But that's just it. It's like, okay, he's not
I just
talking.
want anything to complain
No, they don't.
about.
They don't like. They don't. They don't like when Joe brings him up, and it's like, so what? Joe can bring him up whenever he wants to. Like, who the fuck are you, man? Get the fuck out of my house. Your channel is your house. That's like somebody coming into your house telling you how to live. I mean, how to be, how to act. You ain't got no kids.
There is a what's the name of that? There's a thing
What does David mean? You can buy to
because
circulate your platform on YouTube.
look, okay, where Sharp was discovered, I guess you want to call that YouTube channel got demonetized, and according to Kiko, he got demonetized for buying views.
Yes, that's what I mean. It's you're going to be punished in some way by YouTube for that shit.
Oh, what I'm saying is that David said, not on YouTube. Absolutely, you can buy views on YouTube. It just, it's there's a good chance that you can get caught, or, it kind of depends on, because there are companies, I guess, that'll run your channel for you and do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, RV, they do all kinds of stuff for you, and they'll I guess they'll increase your views or whatever, but you got to pay for that. So I don't know. It is what it is. But I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta get on the road. It's already 12 o'clock already. Yeah, and I'm hungry.
Where you heading out to? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say.
Don't say
I'm heading
anything.
somewhere in the world. I'm heading somewhere in the world.
Because people be like clocking you like crazy, man. You can't be real out here. You can't.
Look, I went. Not they, but I went out and bought another ring light. So I have 3 ring lights. Can you tell?
You look okay. Let me see. Like, okay, in StreamYard, you always look nice, but your face looks extra clear in StreamYard. But let me look on the regular.
Because I'm on the iPad now.
You look good. I told you, more light. It just works beautifully. I'm looking at
I have the background. I changed it.
I know. Everything looks gorgeous, baby. Everything.
I switched it around. I'm the other way. Remember you said a while back you tried to do something a while back and it was different, and then you should do that again?
Yes. That's where you are.
I didn't take your advice. I just happened to get all my laundry out of here. Get all my laundry out of here and get it put it in bags and that kind of stuff, and kind of straighten up around here. And then
I like it.
I made a schedule. Because I made a schedule, and I wanted to see how it would look with different lights in here. Because I tried it before, but I kind of like the light situation. And if you can notice over here, the green light is over here next to the DAUNTE thing, so it's kind of highlighted over there. And then I got the little.
But you want to know something? The way you had it when you first logged in, I don't know, what were you using? Were you on a laptop? Yeah. However the lighting was then, it looked really nice. Like all the colors showed up. Like on this, I basically see the purple and the blue.
Yeah. And then there's It probably moved because I had to go out and turn the reefer off because it was making a bunch of noise. So I probably bumped on some stuff.
But you look great. You look great.
Yeah, it probably moved. It moved. It did move. Matter of fact, like that.
Your face, yeah, I like that. I like that. I love that.
It moved. Those things are kind of flimsy. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here because I'm gonna get up, and I gotta get up and drive early, and then I got a schedule now too, so I try to keep to the schedule. So thanks for coming out.
An upload schedule, a filming schedule.
Yeah, an everything schedule, like really organized schedule to do everything, uploads and research and shorts and posts and editing and everything.
Well, David Dundee says on YouTube. Okay, yeah, you can do that. You can pay. You can pay to have your channel. Channels can pay for advertisement. So if you ever want to pay
Yeah.
and to see if that'll help you get views, and you can see you can always experiment if it's necessary for you.
But what happens is when it's something with how YouTube is able to determine that or decipher that is that if you do like an advertisement is different because of engagement or something. Something has to do with engagement or something. But uh, they can find out that whatever.
No, but you're paying YouTube to do it. That's the problem. You're paying YouTube to advertise your channel. They want that. It's money. So when your channel will be somewhere, like when you're on the homepage or whatever, or look, I'm watching you, right? As you're playing, you'll be somewhere in the corner, but it's really kind of like an advertisement, and I'll click on it. Because I know there's a couple of YouTubers that I'm signed on who do that. And even Roberto Blake did it a couple of times. So, but it's just you, like what you're doing now, just talking, and then I click on your channel just to see you talking about whatever. I've seen several YouTube channels do that over the years.
Well, a lot of times the advertisements are YouTubers because they selling stuff or whatever. But
it's not going to penalize your channel.
But I'm saying that's different than because I heard somebody was talking about something to where a company there's some kind of it's kind of like the same way they use bots or something. I don't know, some kind of shit like that where they just they subscribing or they just watching or whatever however they get a watch and however long it takes to get a watch view or something. However they calculate what a view is and all that, they do just enough to do that, but there's no engagement and there's no it's like watch time or something like that, like how much or something like that where you can get caught up if you do it too much or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So, but tonight we figured it out how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna
I like what you do. I like what you did right now. The skin coloring of your face is nice. It's not hollowed out or whatever. So if you ever want to do like a screenshot or anything, you're gonna look beautiful.
I got three ring lights now.
I always told you to get a lot of light. Say thank you, Marilyn. Say that to me.
Thank you, Marilyn.
I'm sorry, Marilyn.
No.
You're a baby. You are. You are the equivalent of.
Good night, Marilyn. Good night, Marilyn.
Good night, David. Good night, Joe. Hey, Joe's
back. Good night,
back.
Everyone.
Joe on the Hennessy. Yeah, stop it. Joe got a lot lizard in his truck right now. No, he does not. He don't like them. They're too dirty. Well, I don't know. Men say a lot of shit. Trucker looks like Mario. Huh?
There's not enough room in here for a lot lizard to be quiet for this long. It's 3 hours already.
Unless you had her tied up or something. You are a truck driver. Okay, before you end this, right? All right. You were facing 25 years to life, and you bargained your case down to what?
6 years with half. Assault with a deadly weapon on the police.
And good. So that story will be the next one, right? And the installment, I guess, kind of like the last of the installment.
Probably not anytime soon.
No. You're not doing that in the truck. That should be done properly, and not without. You know what I mean?
Hire Spike Lee and the Hughes brothers.
Stop it.
Collaboration. Good night, Marilyn. Go to bed.
Night.
Go to bed.
You stay safe.
And go to bed, everyone else.
Night, everybody. I'll talk to you guys later.
We might see you tomorrow, but whenever we see you, it's going to be real soon. Take care.